One of the best teams in Class 2A is here to spoil the party. Statewide tonight, this is one of the best games across the state. When you talk about top 5 teams, I don't care what chart you want to look at. When you say Jones, Millwood, Metro Christian, Washington, and more than likely right now the surprise mystery guest would be Mount St. Mary's sitting there in the top 5. At least in the district. All right, so I'm going to throw that in there. Now, it's the Jones Longhorns. They are 3-1 overall and 1-0 in district. Last week, they shut out the Perry Maroons 29-0. This Jones team knows how to win. They are explosive with an aggressive style defense. And regardless of the winner tonight, both of these teams are likely to meet in the postseason. Welcome to Falcon Pregame. Of course, this is sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony. Hospitals are proud to be sponsors of Millwood Public Schools. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, players need the services of a sports medicine specialist, and SSM Health Hospitals has a great team to get the players back in the game from injury. I'm Maurice Prince, joined by the coach in the box. I know you've been missing him. Been trying to find him. I had several different fashions of people looking for him, but we found him tonight, Coach. Coach Gary Woods is in the building, folks.
Hey, what's going on, OKC? Glad to be back. Glad to be amongst the family. Glad to be here to watch one heck of a barn burner tonight. This is going to be a street fight in the trenches. I'm excited about it.
I'm sure you are. Now, homecoming's game packed the house with energy. How can the Falcons harness this tonight, Gary?
Well, of course, it being homecoming, a beautiful night. We have a lot going on in terms of reunions on campus today as well. We got the food trucks. We got the home crowd showing up early, which is always a fantastic indication of what's to come. I think it just really kind of boils down to, are you locked in mentally? Can you control yourself emotionally? And can you execute? I'm excited because this is probably one of the few teams that Millwood's going to come up against where, especially in the offensive interior, you're either going to bring it tonight or you're going to have it brought to you. You're either going to be, you're either going to come to dinner or you're going to be what's on the menu. That's one of these nights tonight.
Okay, you must have been watching this ESPN because this past week in Game Day used that. They said either you're going to pack your lunch or you're going to have your lunch packed.
Well, I haven't even, I'm so busy, Coach Worldwide, so, I haven't watched any TV at all. I mean, I pretty much watch all my football on YouTube now in 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes to watch the game.
Watch the game, yeah.
So let me ask this of you, Gary. Yeah. So if the Falcons are to win tonight, what are a couple of things they would have done well to win the game?
Well, they would have controlled their emotions, therefore controlling their penalties. That's the first thing. And they play good offense, good defense. I mean, the defensive front wins the line of scrimmage. The offense, they're able to establish a little bit of run game and be able to win in the trenches. I can tell you I've been having a couple of guys do a little bit of scouting and giving me their opinion, guys that I trust who I know football. And they tell me that the greatest opportunity for growth with this Millwood team is going to be on the offensive and defensive interior. Guys need to grow up a little bit. Guys need to get a little bit tougher, and they need to fire off and win the line of scrimmage. That's where this thing is going to be won.
The field is in excellent condition. Game time temperature should be a nice, robust 83 degrees and should fall into the mid-70s by the time the fourth quarter rolls around. The winds, well, there's not really winds because it's blowing at pretty much 1 to 2 miles an hour if you can find any of that. The head coach for the Jones Longhorns, of course, is Kevin Witt, and the head coach for your Falcons, of course, in his 12th season is Darwin Franklin. When we come back, we're going to hear from Coach Franklin, take a look at district standings. We'll get Coach Woods' keys to victory tonight. We'll break that all down, talk a little bit more about this game. Just the namesake of this game is always just wonderful to talk about. But we'll get to that and much, much more in just a minute. But right now, I want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's contest. Of course, that is Big O's Pork and Dreams, Christ and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by the Millwood and Richmond Foundation and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I'm great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood and Richmond Foundation president. Also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Richmond Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000 Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm gonna make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal. And you have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kickoff 7 or 7:30? I didn't mean no harm. I thought so. I thought all the game when you said 7, I was like, you right.
Welcome back to Falcon Pregame, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony, proud sponsors of Millwood Public School Sports. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods bringing you the action tonight. As always, I always have an opportunity to try and sit down and bend the ear, if you will, of Coach Darwin Franklin. I wanted to give you guys a chance to hear his thoughts going into the game tonight, his reaction to last week's game, and we'll hear all of that in just a second here as he elaborates on how he is feeling this evening. Talking with Coach Franklin for the Millwood Falcons. Coach, you had said going into Blackwell that you did not have a good week of practice. You won the game, but overall you probably were not pleased on how the team played.
Yeah, we had 16 penalties. Unbelievable. I mean, that's something we definitely got to eliminate. You know, the week before we maybe had 4 or 5. You know, it was a really clean game versus Heritage Hall, and then turn around and had 16. You know, that'll get you beat any game. You know, it's a blessing to win the game, but it's a curse because things that'll get you beat in big ball games and you win, I mean, it gives a false sense of hope. So we got to clean that up. That has to be a priority of us cleaning up that turnover ratio, or penalty ratio, excuse me. We got to continue to win the turnovers, but we got to clean up the penalties.
Speaking of big games, it gets no bigger than the Jones Longhorns, and according to you, wouldn't matter what the team name is, it's the next big game. What are your thoughts about this Jones edition of this team this year?
Man, Coach Witt is he got a good one. He got a good one. Shoot, they are solid, nice physical, big kids. Schemes they run are good. You know, they're really good for what they do, and you know, we got our hands full. We got to do what we're supposed to do. You know, it still comes down to the effort that we put forth, the execution that we put forth, and being able to positively communicate with one another. It's a badge of society. If it's easy to negatively communicate with somebody or call somebody out of their name, and trying to get those things out of who they are and what they see, to realize that, hey, in order for us to be the family that we want to be, we got to be able to correct each other in the right way, a way that it supports one another. You know, it's football. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, and testosterone is running high, and everybody is trying to win a ball game at the same time. But we just got to do those little things and make sure we keep it about us.
Interesting you would say that, Coach, because my next question, you were kind of leaning in already. Both teams are good. Both teams can put up points. Both teams have a good defense. Is this a game where the smarter team wins?
This is a game where the team with the most points wins. However that happens, that's how it's going to have to happen. You can call it wisdom or smart or dumb, or you can be bonehead penalties. It could be a turnover. It could be whatever. It's going to be a 4-quarter ball game is what we expect. They was at the Heritage Hall game, and we know it. And so, you know, this is a second district game, and it's a big district game. Hey, it is what it is. You can call it what you want to, but somebody got to win by one more point.
The thoughts, of course, Coach Woods from Darwin Franklin. Out of the things he said, what comment stands out to you the most?
Same thing that I said in my opening statement, you know, talking about the penalty things and the corrections. This is a team in Jones, the Longhorns. Number one, they're our neighbors. And so, you know, and then, of course, there's a lot of I promise you, there's some players over there that are related to the legendary Coach Arnelia Spears. So we know them. They know us. They scouted us. Smart team, very disciplined team. You know, he says that the team with the most points will win. He's right about that. However, the question becomes at the end of the game, again, in order to win the game, you got to play the game smart. Your question to him was fair. He just, you know, he's being Coach D.
I'm so used to that it don't even bother me.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, the team who plays smart football, who don't have the mental breakdowns, make the mistakes at the wrong time, do things like take the ball right out of your hands or drive killers, whoever have breakdowns in the 3 phases of the game, right? You know, offense, defense, special teams. That's who's going to walk away with this game.
Now, looking at things before we take this next quick break here coming up here, wanted to take a look at the district standings. Of course, Millwood is playing in District 2A1. Those teams, if you have not heard, I'll mention them to you again. Jones, Millwood, of course, OCS, Chisholm, Perry, Crooked Oak, and Blackwell. Those are the teams in 2A1. As it stands in the standings right now, Mount St. Mary's, Jones, Millwood, and OCS all are undefeated in district play. Although, you know, both teams with a better record going into tonight is Mount St. Mary's and OCS. Both of them are 4-0 entering in tonight, where you find Jones and Millwood both with 1 loss each.
Who did Jones lose to?
Jones lost to, I want to say, Bethany. They lost to Bethany, a Class 4A team, 2 weeks ago, I do believe.
So both Millwood and Jones they played up for a non-conference.
Exactly, and both played teams that are very good.
Perennial powers in their own class.
Exactly. So that when you look at that, that's how that is.
Right.
But other than 2A2, you still got Washington up there, who's also undefeated so far.
Another powerhouse.
So far, Metro Christian in 2A4 is undefeated thus far. So is Holdenville in 2A6, Concord in 2A7. And Vian, of course, in 2A8. Always got to circle them.
Oh, yeah.
Stroud is undefeated early on in 2A5. And those are the undefeated teams that are still left in 2A. So
a bunch of good programs.
So this is with so many teams being in. Like I said early in my opening as well, I said the winner of this game tonight could very well end up playing each other in the playoffs as well.
And you know something, Mo, what happens early in the season, you can't put too much weight on it because of how these teams are scheduling and the matchups that may happen early because, again, we also know that a lot of these teams are going to – the light switch is going to come on and they may be very different the second half of the season.
Very well. Looking at the teams thus far, Millwood in particular, or speaking of Jones is averaging about 35.5 points per game, holding their opponents to 10 points per game so far.
That's
Millwood is averaging and scoring 41.5 points per game, and, of course, giving up only 8.5 so far this year.
Very comparable.
So very comparable when you start talking about how these teams are getting their jobs done. If you say plus 25 on Jones's side, plus 33 on Millwood's side, that's still less than right around the touchdown margin. And when you start stacking them up, that means both these teams, in my opinion, are similarly built.
Yeah, and considering also, too, the strength of schedule, I know that's something that we don't talk a whole lot about in high school, but given the location of some of these programs and who they have the ability to schedule as a non-conference opponent, like I said, Millwood scheduled Heritage Hall, Jones scheduled Bethany. There's not a whole lot of schools in Class 2A that's really stepping out there and doing that.
Right, exactly. Jones's other teams that they beat Luther to open up the season and then at Kiefer, but this is not the same Kiefer team that took Jones out the playoffs last year and kind of surprised everybody on the way, because I guess you and I even were thinking that week before Millwood ended up playing Kiefer right outside in Bristow last year. We thought it was very well going to be Millwood and Jones that night, and all of a sudden Kiefer showed up. And what did we say for what is it for 47 and 30 seconds? Millwood was behind Kiefer until that the last few plays and special teams that Millwood won it by. But when we look at the things overall tonight, when we talk about Kiefer, you got to talk about their star quarterback, that is Asen Hansen. He is a dynamic quarterback, dual threat. He can make things go, and he's got an awesome partner in crime, if you will, Coda Harris, the junior. Anytime that your running back is on the defensive line on the other side of the ball, that lets you know that
he's physical.
He's a physical
He's
running
packing
back,
a load,
and he's not going to shy away from contact. So Millwood's going to have to bring it to him a majority of the night. But, of course, Millwood is coming off of still getting their weapons firmly established. You still, of course, you got C.J., Skyler, Tom, still leading the pack for the Falcons. But you're starting to see Anthony Key step up to some bigger roles. You still got Carter back there. You still got a whole plethora of talent. And this Millwood bin of riches is just a matter of which one will show up. And, of course, your former diaper dandy, he's a little too older to be a diaper dandy now, Xavier Thompson, also making plays.
Yeah. I look at these teams in pregame, and I can't help but to notice the matchup in the offensive and defensive interior. That always excites me because I'm a true believer as a former high school lineman and a former D-line coach. I tend to pay attention to that, and then I can't help but to notice too the matchups. I'm excited about the matchups on the outside, the skill players, the receivers versus the DBs. Jones is big on the outside. They got big targets for wide receivers, and I know that the defensive secondary is an area that I know that that coach is focusing in on the secondary for Millwood, really getting those guys tightened up. Not a ton of returning starters on the back end, so compared to last year's team. So, again, that's something to see. It's going to be a very interesting game tonight. Let's see what happens. I'm as 8 minutes and 12 seconds, begin to tick off the clock here. My palms are starting to sweat a little bit, man. I'm ready to get going.
Well, we're going to let you think about your keys to the game. We're going to take this time out here and then come back with your keys to the game and then get you set, as it will be homecoming night right here at the good Millwood High School campus tonight. And if you're on your way, it's a great place to watch one of the best games in the state tonight. You can definitely catch it out, Jones and Millwood. If not, remember, if you're listening on your radio, you can watch this game by opening up your mobile device and downloading the app PPBC TV, and you can join us live right here at the stadium and watch the game live, as Coach Woods and I will call the game all evening long.
Yeah, you can also come up and visit the food trucks we got up here. We got burgers and wings,
Yeah, see, let me explain something to you guys right now. Right now, I love Coach Woods, but somewhere between halftime and right before halftime, he's going to get some plate with some things on it that
I already put my order in.
So, which is just unfair to
Wings.
watch them eat. That's one of those things that has to go on, and I'm going to have to try to find a way to keep myself focused, as he's going to be sitting over here talking about, Mo, I got to get into this. So you have to do some extra talking.
I got the buffalo and the sweet honey barbecue coming.
Oh, you already did?
I already put the order in.
What you got for your boy?
I got to call Soup. Let me send Soup a text.
That's all right.
I'm send it right now.
It's all right.
Mo wants what I got too. Mo wants some wings too.
If that's possible. But anyway, we're going to be all right. But we'll take a break. We'll be right back in just a minute. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, presented to you tonight by SSM Health at St. Anthony, and of course the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. We will be right back.
Hey sports fans, get ready to step into the world of championships with Super Prep Live, hosted by Miles Perry, only on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Dive deep into the lives of high school and college athletes with exclusive interviews and insight that reveals what makes them great. Follow Super Prep across all social networks to never miss a moment. It's Super Prep Live with Miles Perry. Tune in, get inspired, and stay connected. Visit OKCSportsRadio.com.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Guys, check out these awesome and stylish suits. Unbelievable quality at these prices. We've got a wide range of styles, from classic and timeless to colorful and trendy designs. Whether you need a suit for a special occasion or just want to look sharp, we've got you covered. We are GQ Fashion's fine menswear. Visit us in Oklahoma City at Northwest 23rd and I-44. Come find the perfect suit for your next event, all at an unbeatable price.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and who wants to win $10,000? First of all, you gotta be a high school senior in the Oklahoma City Metro. Second of all, you gotta hit that QR code down at the bottom. Third of all, this is brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing Broadcasting. And don't forget Super Prep.
Welcome back. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods here at Falcon Pregame, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer for just a moment.
Tyler Taffy, who received his heavenly wings early last Saturday morning. When you think of people who bring joy to your life, think of Tyler Taffy. When you think of a person who was able to be the best person he could be, please think of Tyler Taffy. Tyler said that he could do anything but fail in life, and he tried it all. From sports to video games, you name it, he claimed it. He was a bright light, full of energy, laughter, and joy that touched everyone around him. Though his time with us was short, he left a legacy of love and happiness that will forever remain in our hearts. His spirit will continue to shine through the memories and smiles he gave us, and he will always be remembered as a beautiful soul who brought so much light into our lives. Today and forever, we will hold Tyler close to our hearts, and his family will always be our family. Laffy Taffy, rest well until we see you again. Forever, forever a Falcon. Let's now take a moment to remember the life of Tyler Taffy. Amen. Now for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, the Millwood Band with a beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods here. Gary, keys to the game, keys to the game.
Yeah, keys to the game for in this game in particular is going to be simply who controls the line of scrimmage, number one. Number two, no turnovers. And then number three is going to be basically whose defense steps up.
Okay, you said so defensive step. So line of scrimmage, you like that?
Controls the line of scrimmage.
Trenches.
Yeah,
so
the trenches.
we standing in the trenches.
Yep.
Who wins the turnover battle?
Yep.
And then you said basically on this one, the defense that makes the best plays, biggest plays.
The defense who gets the stops. Yeah.
All right, so trying to get the stops here overall. So those are going to be your keys to the game. So Jones won the toss. They will be coming from the north end zone here. And I do believe we more than likely are going to have a delay as we get ready for action to start, simply because Jones let go, as they said when they came onto the field, a green haze onto the field a little bit. So they're trying to let this dissipate a little bit before we start off tonight, Garrett.
Yeah, and while we do that, I want to take a moment to also talk about, the pregame. They took a moment to remember Tyler Taffy, a student who has, like Les said, received his heavenly wings, no longer with us, and just want to make sure that our viewers and listeners know that, Tyler was he was very loved and just was a kid that, had an open heart, open mind, full of joy, beautiful young man. It's really a hurtful thing, of course, that we lost him. But I know the Taffy family. I coached his dad, and I spoke with a family member this week as well. And they are a family who's full of faith, and I know that their confession of faith and belief will help them get through this. And for those who are listening, who know the family, please keep them in your prayers and reach out and put your arms around them and be available if you know them. Again, like we always say, once a Falcon, always a Falcon, and that goes for the family as well. And we want them to know that our hearts and minds are with them.
That is beautifully said, Coach Woods, and we do appreciate you taking time to tell the story, because oftentimes we don't get those moments to explain and let everybody know the stories behind just the numbers. Sometimes you only hear the player by their number and their accomplishments on, but it's nice to know the family, and it's even more important to support them at this time.
Good family.
So
great. And like I said, I've seen, I know John and Coach John. He was on that great, state championship team, the best Millwood team to ever play, 3 state championships in a row, and then of course I've seen his boys come through here, and so I know, and we know, and of course as a family, the Falcon family, we stand behind our people.
No doubt about that. So we're waiting a few minutes before action gets started this evening. Want to make sure we take time to thank all our sponsors: SSM Health at St. Anthony, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, Super Prep, and of course Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Super Prep is the premier sports outlet featuring the very best in high school and college student athletes in the city, state, and nation. Super Prep can be found on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and all social media sites at Super Prep OK. And also, while you have this time and you're waiting for the game to start, we're waiting for it too. This is a great opportunity for you to find your phone, open up your Cash App, and make a donation to the Millwood Enrichment Foundation.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of testimonies, if you have not seen them on social media, especially in curtailing to Millwood and this Enrichment Foundation, because it is helping students and teachers fill in the gap for things they may be in need of. And they're making a positive impact. It's not just going to the sports team.
Right.
It's not just going to the athletic department.
Nope.
It's going to help students and their education and promise going on all over.
And it's not just a situation where it's going to like school materials, they're doing things like if you have a promising young man or lady who has an opportunity to perhaps go, on a college, experience, and they need some assistance there, the Enrichment Foundation, I've seen them do that. I've seen them also provide support for, applications to certain schools, like, for instance, the Ivy Leagues as an example. I've seen them help and support in that manner. That Enrichment Foundation, I can speak for it, completely. My dad has served on it for a very long time, Lawrence Woods, and I've also, Big Les is here. He's a part of that as well. And then, of course, his head is led by Milo Wilson. He sits at the head seat of that Enrichment Foundation. So that everything is on the up and up, and they're just simply trying to help kids.
Now, as things get started, because of the delay of the action, the officials have called a unsportsmanlike penalty against the Jones Longhorn. So instead of Millwood will be kicking the ball off now from what will be the 45-yard line of Jones, and that's where action will get started this evening. But that was due to, again, every team has a right to put their entrance in, but for somebody put too much powder.
Too much green dye.
Too much green dye in the fog machine,
right.
And it unleashed basically an air quality issue to start the game. So we're going to put that right there. Is that unsportsmanlike penalty will start this game off.
Yeah, somebody has to pay for the delay.
No, they do. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Let's get ready for some football.
So as action gets kicked, into the end zone it goes.
Almost through the uprights.
So touchback, and it will be 1st and 10 as Denver Young put it right in the end zone. So nice kick by Denver Young. So it's going to be a touchback. So 1st and 10, Longhorns from the 20-yard line. If you didn't hear it earlier, the Jones Longhorns are led by Asen Hansen, the junior, 6 foot, 175-pound quarterback. He is a multifaceted, talented young man, can do many things with the ball in his hand, and he impacts winning in a major way for the Longhorns. They come out, spread formation, ball on the left hash, 2 receivers on either side, 1 back in the backfield. Ball is snapped, and right now, Asen Hansen right up the middle, dances and then wisely slides before he takes a shot as the linebacking core for Millwood, which was conversing, but he takes the ball up to the 26 or 27-yard line, gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, Jones right now is going no huddle. They're getting their signs from the sideline with a check with me sort of process. And on that particular play, it was just a zone read where the quarterback kept it.
Back to work now. 4 receivers, same formation. Ball is snapped. This time they put it in the belly of Harris. And Harris tries to get to the outside. Good open field tackle that time by Tyshawn Buford, the senior, coming up making a tackle there. But we have a flag on the play. It's in the interior. Could be holding, or it could be illegal hands to the face. We'll see here. But the Jones Longhorns are backing up.
Yeah, I think it was a holding penalty. That zone read kind of, turned flat real quick. So
the holding penalty is going to move the ball back inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
Millwood's running a 4-3. Jones in the spread.
2nd down and about 12 or 13 yards. Hansen wants to throw it up. Pressure from the outside. He's flush. He's looking. He's going to pull it down and decides to run. He's at the 25. The ball's knocked loose, and the Falcons say they have it. The Falcons have the ball. Hansen in the pocket, ran out of time, decided to run out of the pocket, turned the corner, but he had that ball hanging out there like a loaf of bread, and the Falcons knocked it loose on the way. Fumble.
Yeah, that was an excellent hustle play by Quest Morris. He, pretty much kind of chased that play down from behind and punched the ball out, stuck his helmet actually on the ball, and great defensive play by the Falcons.
So recovered. So it's going to be turnover on downs, and we're going to say that Mr. Quest Morris was responsible for that. So 1st and 10 Falcons. We get a first look at them and going to work. CJ is going to run up the middle. well, not to the middle. We're going to say a zone read play, kind of quarterback sweep to the outside. Going to take the ball down to the 26, gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, always, as long as you're continuing to move forward, as long as you're continuing to, not take those losses, I think you'll be in good shape. Great field position for the Falcons.
Falcons now come 2-back formation. 2 backs on either side of CJ, who's standing in shotgun. Ball snapped. CJ's going to fling it out to the flat. Has a receiver. It's caught. Going to be taken down. It's going to be enough for a Falcon first down inside the 20 near the 15-yard line. Going to mark him out at the 14-yard line. Catch was made on that one
by Donovan Knight.
Donovan Knight.
Yep. I was actually watching that play, and Donovan Knight was open like from Jump Street. For whatever reason, Jones linebackers are not necessarily picking up the backs out the backfield right now. So it was an easy throw and catch.
They didn't want to chase him.
Nope,
Back to work now. Ball on the right hash mark. CJ in shotgun formation. Anthony Keys to his hip pocket to the left. 7 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Ball is snapped, and this time Anthony Keys gets the call right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Nice inside zone. Actually, it was an outside zone play that Keys actually stuck his foot in the ground, saw a crease, got north and south real quick, basically walked in untouched. Great execution so far. A lot of confidence being displayed with the Falcon offensive line.
Falcons up 6-0 early, and we'll see here. Are they going to go for the wild Falcon?
Yeah,
they just might, as
Carter
is out there. And typically, whenever you see Cameron Carter, you know it's the wild Falcon.
Yep, 2-point conversion attempt by the Falcons.
And Carter's going to get it. Tries to dance to the outside. He's fighting his way. And the 2-point conversion is good as he gets it in for the 2-point conversion. It's good. And the Falcons find themselves up 8-0 early in this contest. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood and Richmond Foundation.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Welcome back to the good LW Good Football Stadium here on the campus of Millwood High School, and the Falcons score. Trying to give you a super prep drive recap. 3 plays, 27 yards, and a touchdown, and a squib kick to kick it away. Nice job by the Falcons because they put it in the hand of the tallest guy who had to get down on the ground, Riley Elfelson.
Yeah.
The senior 6'7" target had to drive to get on the ball, but he did manage to get it down to the 26-yard line, and that is where the Longhorns will set up shop for their second possession of the night. Falcons up 8-0 early in this game. Gary, again, the defense made the plays.
Yep.
The Falcon offense cashed the check that was written by the defense. That's always a good thing when you can get that action going.
That's an outstanding first series.
So now going back to work, Hansen in shotgun formation with 4 receivers. They're going to hand the ball off right up the middle. And a bruiser.
Yeah, he
and
is.
Spinning, and the ball's loose again.
But he fumbles again.
And
guess who?
So
Quest Morris again.
So Coda Harris with the carry. He's down on the ground. Took a shot, and that ball came loose. But Quest Morris recovered another fumble.
Well, Quest caused the fumble.
Put the hat on the ball.
Yeah, he came through, and he gave a forearm shiver to another Millwood defender, but then when he got off of that tackle, that broken tackle, Quest was there, and Quest put the hammer on him, and he coughed the ball up pretty quick.
Now, good. Coda Harris is able to walk off under it on his own power. 235. He is a load.
He is,
but he took a shot, and he seems to be a little bit woozy right now.
Yeah, Quest got that dog in him, man. I mean, Quest, he ain't scared.
So he came out and unloaded.
He unloaded.
That's 2 big hits.
in a row by Quest.
And 2 possessions, 2 fumbles by Jones to start this game.
So right now, the old bell ringer is early in the game is Mr. Quest Morrison. He's the guy that we call the bell ringer, the guy who is out there causing turnovers from big hits.
Diamond formation for the Falcons now, or you could say full house backfield. 2 receivers split. Ball is snapped, and they're going to throw it into the flats, and the catch is going to be made. And a nice catch again by Donovan Knight.
Yep. Nice throw by CJ.
And Knight's going to take the ball down to looks like the 26-yard line. Make that the 25-yard line.
And that was something that kind of threw Jones off because normally Millwood doesn't throw the ball out of that diamond formation.
So Anthony Keys with the carry this time, and Jones is not fooled. They wrap Keys up for no gain on the play.
Yeah, it was a good defensive stand right there. 3rd down and a couple for the Falcons now.
Now, the Falcons will remain in the full house backfield right now, or the diamond formation. And looking at right now, what are you seeing, Gary, in terms of the coverage?
Yeah, I'm seeing matchups on the outside. It looks like Jones is playing a cover 4 on the back end, just soft coverage, but that's kind of different considering it's only 3rd and 2.
All right, going to work. Anthony Keys dances around, finds a crease, and they're going to get a Falcon first down inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that was a little piece of smart running by Keys. He did a good job of putting his hand on the back of the lineman in front of him and pushing, and was able to get more than what he needed for the first down. Great job by Keys.
So the Falcons get a first down, extend the drive. We're officially at the 8-minute and 38-second mark of the first quarter. Diamond formation, 2 receivers split. The Falcons seem to like this formation on this possession, going right back to it. Keys steps out, and this time they're going to give the ball, and finding a crease and taking it down inside the 5-yard line. Going to get knocked out of bounds.
Buford.
Great carry there by Deshaun Buford.
Buford looks real good running that ball, too.
Upright, strong running.
Yeah.
Taking the ball inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 17 on that play.
I mean, right now what I'm seeing from the Millwood Falcon offensive line is that they're very effective at getting a hat on a hat, and they're staying on their blocks, which is very good.
I formation now.
Power.
Going to work. And right up the middle, did they get in? I do not see the call. And they said they did not get in.
That was a little different of a twist. You know, they went power left and gave the ball to the fullback on a quick hitter just to see if they could go ahead and get in. That's basically almost as effective as like a quarterback sneak.
So a gain of 1, so it's 2nd and goal from the 1. 7:52 to go in the first. The Falcons looking to go up 2 touchdowns now. Ball the snap. This time Cameron Carter dances into the end zone. Touchdown, Millwood.
That was a great set of play calling there. I mean, I always like when you get down the goal line and then the offensive coordinator dials up double tight, power I.
Does that get you excited?
That's old school Nebraska. That's Tom Osborne. Real talk. That's saying, hey, we coming. We not being cute. We're going to come off the ball, hit you in the mouth, let you know we're here. Either you're going to stop us or we're going to score.
Falcons going to work right now. And Cameron Carter dances in the lane, fights his way, and the 2-point conversion is good. And the Falcons are now up by 16.
Yeah, that was funny because Cameron had 3 Jones defenders on him and he still got in.
Yeah, he decided he was going to go backpacking.
I know. That's that deer meat. That's all I got to say about that. He don't like me to say it, but that's that deer meat.
All right, going to work. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. And the kick is away and is going to drift
Great
right
kick.
inside the 5-yard line. And it's going to be returned outside the 10, outside of the 12-yard line. And Jones looking like they're having problems holding on to the ball early on in this game. And right now, Gary, they're going to have to find something to get the squeeze on that ball.
Well, right now, I'm just so impressed with the fact that Millwood has a kickoff specialist who actually put the ball down within the 5. That lets you know that, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and get our speed guys on kickoff. Let's get the ball down there within the 5, and let's see if we can't pin people deep. And because they got the ball on what? What is the ball on? Like the
18-yard line.
Yeah, that you can't ask for any better than that.
Right, and that's the exact way that it has to be set up. So now back to work right now.
Falcons is missing a player.
Going to work. Going to swing it to the outside. Catch is made at the 20. Big hit. Spinning off tackles going to be brought down out to the 26-yard line. A good job there by Jones on that play.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they had a gain of about 8 or so. It looked like the Falcons didn't have their full personnel. They were only out there with 10 players on defense.
So out to
yeah, it looked like they were trying to get sub in Yaquab.
And now going to work. And Ace and Hanson's going to rush the ball ahead for a Jones first down. Their first first down of the game. Taking the ball beyond the 30-yard line. We're going to mark him down at the 31 after a gain of 3. So nice run there by Hanson, getting exactly what he needs. That scoring drive for the Falcons, of course, was a 6-play, 33-yard drive, ending up in the end zone with a Cameron Carter touchdowns. And that scoring recap is brought to you by Super Prep, premier sporting outlet, featuring the very best in high school and college athletes in the city, state, and nation. Follow them on all social media sites at Super Prep. Going to work. Hanson's going to swing it out.
RPO.
It's going to be another catch in the middle of the field. As Chance Pitts catches it, the senior. Going to take the ball beyond the 40-yard line and get another Jones first down right there at the 43-yard line. And Jones is going to work. They seem to finally shaking loose a little bit here and finding themselves getting a little comfortable now, Gary.
Yeah, they're trying to get a little bit of momentum. Trying to throw the ball around a little bit. And I think that what happened is that the Falcon defense was so tuned in or getting dialed in on the RPO stuff, they just kind of like held up on their pass rush, and that's something that they need to recognize a little bit quicker.
3 receivers now, and a timeout is going to be called here by the Longhorns. They don't want to let a good thing go to waste, so they're taking a timeout, so we'll stay right here.
They're being very cautious. They don't want to blow the opportunity or lose momentum.
Well, both these teams can score. They both are we talked about it a lot at pregame, Gary, but one thing that has to be said here, Jones really does not want to fall behind by 3 scores and have to dig them and find themselves having to dig out of a hole in the course of this game.
No, they don't. They don't want to fall behind, and I get it. If you're the Jones coach, you're trying to get back. You're trying to get back into this thing and not let it get out of hand. If nothing else, you want to hold the ball and keep that potent Millwood offense on the sideline, because right now they don't have a clue with their 4-2-5 defense that Jones is throwing out there. It's not working against Millwood, because basically the reason why is because Millwood's dominating them in the trenches right now.
Right, which was one of your keys to the game. Just want to point that out. Back to live action now. Jones is set to go. So we've got 3 receivers now, twins to the left. And the big tight end, Riley Elfison, has yet to make a play, but I'm sure that's about to change here real soon. And Hanson going to hand it off. And this time, cutting down the runner, Cale Clark, who may have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
That's all that happened, yeah. So, Millwood defense is swarming. They're using their quickness. They're covering ground very well. They're playing physical up front. Looks good.
Now, Coda Harris, their number 1 running back, got hurt in the first possession of the game, and we have not seen him back. Hopefully that young man is okay and we'll have a chance to come back. Now, of course, the big tight end, the 6'7" target, is in the flats.
Pass rush
being a point. Hanson looking. He's still dancing around. Still looking. He's going to fire it down the field. Has a receiver open, and he's going to hit him in the flats, and he runs out of bounds. Another great catch by Chance Pitts. I don't quite know what happened here, but Hansen was dancing. Asen Hansen went left, went right, bought some time, and finally was able to hit a big-time target down the field. No flags on the play, and we got a down Falcon on the play. Gary, can you tell me what you thought happened there?
Yeah, I was actually looking at, in the stir of the pass rush, the defensive end for the Falcons. I need to look him up. I'm sorry. I don't have his there he is. It's Jonathan Parker, the senior defensive end, was really bringing the quarterback pressure, and he got cracked back on by a Jones offensive lineman. And that's something that Coach Franklin seems to be very upset about, because blindside blocks or crackbacks are a clear violation and is a focus for player safety. And so especially when it's helmet-to-helmet like that. And it was a helmet-to-helmet hit. And if I know Coach Franklin, he's going to take that game film and he's going to send that into the OSSAA. That's you got to protect your players, and you know how it is, everything with concussion protocols and all of that. He is very, very upset because it was a blindside helmet-to-helmet hit.
And Parker's up on his feet right now. He's walking off on his own power. That's a good sign, but it does not change the fact that, of course, what took place. So the officials are huddling, so hopefully they will be paying more attention to that.
Yeah.
But Coach Franklin is still hot about that.
Yeah, I mean, because oftentimes you tend to call that when it's receivers and DBs or on special team type situations, but they tend to just let things go in the tackle box. And that was a situation where it should have been called. And in addition to that, you had an official who was sitting behind the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball who should have seen that.
Back to action, back to live action now. 3 receivers, 2 stacked on the right side. Going to work. Hansen's going to hand the ball up the middle again, and the Falcon defense corral and stop the car. It pulled out of the garage a little bit, but didn't get out of the driveway.
Yeah, they're going to give him credit for forward progress, for gain of about 2.5.
Taking the second down and 7.
They kind of, they caught a break, and now they got a little bit of momentum. They're trying to draw. No penalty. No call. They tried to draw Falcons off.
All right, so still at this point, 2:53 to go, 14 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. Jones trying to get back in the game on this drive here. They can get a first down inside the 5, but they're going to have to get down there, and now doing some work. Nice run again by number 14, Cale Clark.
Now it looks like Jones' offensive line, they're starting to do some creative things there. They're double teaming up front. I'm noticing that. They're starting to come off, and they're trying to reclaim that line of scrimmage. That's just something that Millwood needs to try and regroup. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's, do a little bit of run blitzing. I don't know if it's, change up the defensive front. But it kind of appears as if Jones is starting to get dialed in a little bit, and they're they're staying north and south, Mo. They're not running the ball from sideline to sideline.
No.
They're going right at Millwood.
Ball's at the 4-yard line, staring down a 3rd down and 2. Now clearing out the backfield. Now Asen Hansen wants to run, and the Falcon defense is going to bring him down. Yaquab Johnson going to bring him down, maybe for a loss of 1 back to the 5-yard line.
So now it's 4th down.
So 4th down here, and it's going to be a decision time for Coach Kevin Witt and the Jones Longhorns.
He's going to timeout.
He's going to call a timeout here, and this is an important timeout right now, considering how important this drive is. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. Welcome back. Homecoming night here at the Wood. Millwood up 16-0 right now against the Jones Longhorns, but they are threatening. Back to live action now. The situation is fourth and
goal.
Fourth down. No, it's not fourth and goal.
It's not?
No, they can get a first down. Oh. And Hanson's going to dance in the middle of the field, and it looks like he might be turned around.
He didn't make it.
And the play is going to be blown dead as he takes the ball back.
He didn't make it.
So it was fourth down and 3 yards to go. He got a gain of 1 on the play. It will not be enough. Turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 Millwood now. Good job by the defense. And to me, Gary, that's almost like 3 turnovers in this game.
It is.
Two strips on 2 possessions back-to-back for Jones. And then now on this end, I know Jones was threatening. But again, you turned him away, but you didn't just turn him away. You took the ball away on 4 downs.
Yeah, that's just as bad, like you said, as getting all the way down there and fumbling it. And it's a heartbreaker. It kind of takes that momentum that Jones was trying to get. If they could have gotten a score out of it, it would have meant a lot of difference.
Full house backfield, and Jones is bringing the house.
They did. They brought everybody.
And
they brought all 8 players. They brought 8 players.
So no gain on the play, as Cameron Carter tried to get some daylight there, but nothing doing. 2nd down and 10. The ball is now in the middle of the field.
They
and we'll
actually
see.
Lost 2 yards.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the line judge, and he hadn't moved to where I thought I was comfortable seeing him. So the ball is now back at the 3, or is that at the 2? That's at the 3. So 2nd down and 12 to go. Ball is snapped.
Yep.
Then finally some deep.
There it
Keys
is.
has got a crease. He's at the 20. He's at the 30. He's at the 40.
Sprint, son.
He's at the 45. He's still on his feet. And he finally runs out of real estate in Jones territory. What a run by Anthony Keys. He saw daylight, and that boy was cooking.
That is a great piece of running by Anthony Keys. Very instinctual. He started on the zone read left, and then he saw the crease to the outside, bounced it, and just hit the accelerator. And, of course, he was, the Jones defender had an angle on him and ran him out of bounds, but not after he picked up, 60?
Not quite. Well, close. Yes, 60. About 58.
Yeah,
sure,
I'm eyeballing it. Yeah.
But as it stands right now, the ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great piece of instinctual running by Keys.
So 1st and 10 now at the Jones 37. Falcons, 4 receivers, trips to the right side, single back.
Offside by Jones.
And now Jones going to get drawn off sides. Nice job, change of pace. Nice job, nice decision there, whether it was Coach Black or was it just a patented Aaron Rodgers hard count that C.J. Turnbull just executed. So encroachment is going to be against the defense. It's going to move the ball inside the 35 down to the 32, setting up 2nd down and 5. Well, 1st down and 5, I should say. 4 receivers, same play. Ball is snapped this time. Going to fling it right over into the flats. And a nice pitch and catch on a slant route as Carter Ray makes his first catch of the day.
Yeah, very well executed. Carter did a really good job of coming off the line of scrimmage, finding that soft spot in the zone.
And then sat down.
And he sat down, and CJ did a good job of putting it right on him. Really impressed so far with CJ's execution.
So ball is now down to the Jones 23-yard line. So that will be another Falcon 1st down. 4 receivers, trips to the right. CJ calling for it, drops back in the pocket.
Double move,
trying to hit Gabriel Bivens.
And
Bivens makes the catch.
Did the ball break the plane? Are they going to down him at the 1?
Looks like he's going to be.
They called touchdown.
They said it's going to be a touchdown for the Falcons.
Wow, great adjustment, too.
Double move by Gabriel Bivens, great route run. And what he was able to do was eyeball it. The defender was completely turned around.
Yep.
CJ, it wasn't the best executed double move that you'll ever see.
Right.
But Gabriel Bivens was able to make the adjustment and had his hands up high, caught it with 2 hands, Gary, and was fell into the end zone.
Yep. Cameron Carter on the 2-point conversion, and he's running over everybody.
So the 2-point conversion is good as Cameron Carter takes it in for the 2-point conversion, and now the Falcons are up 24-0.
Ouch.
With 14 seconds to go in the first. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony, and of course, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. Welcome back. Homecoming night. And Gary, I don't know. The band is playing.
Yeah, they're going to be playing all night.
Somebody may feel like dancing. Falcons up early in this game, 24-0. There's a lot of football to be played, but this is going to raise a lot of eyebrows if things do not change over the course. Many polls had, as Denver Young puts it down inside the 10 down, received at about the 6.
That was a block in behind.
And then it's going to be returned.
There's a holding right there.
Right about to the 20-yard line. And that's where the action will. Jones will start their 4th possession of the night, 1st and 10 from that spot.
They did not reach the 20. Or did they? They marked it. Well, they marked it up. 21. Okay.
So the ball was caught at about the 6-yard line and returned out to the 22. So that is where the 4th possession for the Jones Longhorns will be. But a lot of polls coming into tonight had Jones ranked higher than the Falcons.
I'm sure.
And the Falcons tonight have come out locked in, Gary. Yep. They've come in, and they're ready to celebrate homecoming after the game. Right now, they're putting in some work right now. Ball into the flats. Nice catch on the outside there.
Yeah, by number 17, Creighton Jones.
So Creighton Jones with the reception.
I mean, look at him, 6'5", 195-pound wide receiver. Jeez.
Going to take the ball out to about the 31-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter with the Falcons up 24-0 on Jones. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by the Millwood Enrichment Foundation and SSM Health at St. Anthony. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. A dominant quarter by Millwood.
Yeah,
Three
impressive.
possessions, 3 touchdowns by the Falcons. And they have taken the ball from Jones on several times. Gary, you were just mentioning something special as they are still being recognized on the field right now.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the class, Millwood class of 1979. They are here to celebrate their 45th high school reunion. And a great night on this homecoming with a great ball game. And so I wanted to acknowledge them. My aunt and my uncle are in the class of 79.
All right. Going to work right now as Jones has the ball. 4 receivers. Ball at the 31-yard line. Ball is snapped. Hansen drops back in the pocket. Pressure. He steps up, evades the pressure. Evades 2 Falcons.
He's
with the okey-doke in the middle of the field, and then wisely slides down right there. And then a flag comes in late as he gets to the 41-yard line. And Coach Franklin is incensed. Personal foul against the Falcons is going to be a late hit.
Well, what happened is that the Millwood defender fell on him, but he didn't hit him. He just, because you could see he had his hands out in front of him. When he fell, he had his hands out. And anyway, let it go.
I mean, he did, but again, the way the officials are.
You're supposed to try to miss, the slider whenever you have a quarterback sliding situation. So
and it seems like he wisely has that down. So that's going to continue.
RPO, but he got caught with it.
And going to fling the ball to the outside.
And he lost yards.
Did a great job of not giving up any space as he got the ball in the hands of Hunter Purvis. But it's going to be a loss on the play of about 4 yards. Ball back to the 49-yard line after that.
Yeah, that was a risky play. I mean, he was clearly within the grasp of the Falcon defender, and while he was being spun around, he threw the ball to the receiver, which I was really shocked. I thought he was just going to go down.
2nd down and 14. 4 receivers now. Trips to the right side. Single back. Hansen gets it, drops back in the pocket, looks left, fires over the middle, tries to fire to his big target. And he threw it a little bit too high for Riley Elfelson to get there.
Ball wasn't catchable.
So pass incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. That's the first time they tried to get Elfelson matched up on the outside, and he has some height advantage on that play.
Significant
against Zion Roberts, who was on that cover side, or was that Williams? I'm sorry, that was Kamari Williams, who was on the coverage on that play.
Yeah, it was 6'7" versus Kamari. They don't have his height in here, but
looking at it, he looks every bit about 5'10",
if that, 5'9", 5'10". Yeah,
going to work again. And before things get started here, there's a flag, and it's going to be offsides against the Falcons here.
Oh wow!
So offsides against the Falcons. 2 penalties on this drive. So that's going to move the ball back down to the Falcon 44-yard line, or up to the Falcon 44-yard line. 3rd down and 9 now. Officially 11 minutes to go before the end of the first half. 14 seconds on the play clock, and now the Longhorns get set.
Yeah, it seemed like they were going to try that wheel route.
So going back to work, Hansen has it. Going to fling it down the field near the end zone area. Pass incomplete.
Oh, they didn't throw a flag. Okay. Ugh.
So high arcing pass by Hansen there, but that pass is incomplete. Took a shot in the end zone.
He definitely has an arm. I mean, he put that ball out there.
So 4th down and 9, and of course, Coach Witt has not brought in the punting unit unless, and the Falcons got to hurry back as Jones was ready to do it. And, of course, if Kevin Witt had called it, they probably could have gotten at least a good chance of getting the first down because the Falcons were kind of walking back on that play. But nonetheless, the Falcons hurried back and they were delayed. So Kevin Witt,
he's gonna
be the quarterback punt. And the ball is going to roll dead inside the 15-yard line down to the 13. But you have to cover that as if it is an actual offensive play. He just kicked it from that formation.
Well, they lined up in like a regular offense sort of situation. So, I mean, that's I was wondering what they were doing myself.
So they're going to pin the Falcons inside the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 Falcons. The Falcons have scored on every opportunity that they could get thus far. Let's see if they can do it again on this drive. Ball is snapped. CJ's going to put it in the belly of Keys. Keys with the Michael Jackson move.
Now you see me, now you don't.
And that was a nice move. He might have gained a yard on the play, and he does. Keys gets a gain of 1. Should be happy with that one because he had every reason to be down on that one in the backfield as the Jones linebacker was coming in and got into the backfield early on that play. So now going to work again. 4 receivers, trips to the left for CJ. Before he gets, so unabated to the quarterback again. Changing of the cadence. Nice job by the Falcons. Again, whether it's Coach Black or however you want to look at it.
Hard count.
Hard count is working.
Man, I tell you what, I'm really interested. I know it's a little early to be thinking about halftime with 10 minutes left, but I'm kind of curious to see the stats and the penalties and all of that, that's
going back to work again.
Snap,
bad snap over his head.
Throw it away.
Now CJ's going to fire it down the field, and he threw it in the area, but nice job by CJ to get.
Whoa.
So just a little bit in the end zone there. A little bit of football being played. That's all it is, folks. Just a little bit of football.
A little, yeah. Guys getting a little testy.
10 minutes to go before the end of the first half. The Falcons with the bad snap there are staring down what will be third down and about 5 yards to go. The Falcons need to get beyond the 20 to about the 24-yard line for a first down. CJ looking for it. Ball snapped. CJ drops back in the pocket. Has a receiver open over the middle of the field. It's going to be caught.
Nice throw.
What a beautiful post route.
Nice throw by
Dominique
CJ.
Martin.
Yep.
With the reception there.
I mean, I saw that route like right from jump. You could just kind of tell the receiver was running the route with very, very intentionally. And
pass play out to the 41-yard line
CJ
for the Falcons.
threw a strike.
All right, now going to work, 1st and 10. 4 receivers, 2 split on either side. CJ looking for it. He's got 15 seconds on the play clock. This time gets it to Buford. Buford hammers his way almost for a gain of 10 on the play.
Yep.
Right across midfield to the Jones 49-yard line.
Yep.
Going to see here if they're going to say it's a first down, and they are. It's going to be a Falcon first down. So nice job by the Falcons on that play. Nice job by Deshaun Buford getting that extra burst to push the whole pile. 3 receivers, check that, 4 receivers. Ball on the right hash. Ball is snapped. CJ's going to put it up. Decides to pull it down. Takes up to the middle of the field.
Great.
He's at the 40. If he gets to the outside, he might be gone. He's at the 30-yard line. He's spinning off tackles. Is going to be brought down. Tackle attempts by Jones defenders. It's going to be brought down just inside the 20, inside the 25, down to the 23, but it will be a Falcon first down. Nice job by CJ making it happen.
Yeah, very heads-up play. He was getting a lot of pressure from Caleb Chappell, defensive tackle for Jones, and he just stepped up in the pocket, saw the opening, parted like the Red Sea, took off. Good to see him demonstrate that sort of aggressiveness and athleticism in the open field.
4 receivers now. Ball is snapped. And now CJ looking at it again, and this time he may not get away as the Jones defense gets down there and brings him down. Tackle led on that play by Cruz Canford.
Yeah. Wasn't a whole lot of blocking there. It just seems like when CJ faked the ball to the running back, it seems like he had 3 Jones defenders just standing in the background, in the backfield looking at him.
So it was a loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, Falcons got to get that back.
Back to the 29-yard line.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 16 to go.
8:15 remaining in the half.
4 receivers now. Ball to snap. CJ drops back. Pressure. CJ feels the pressure. Decides to unload it up high. Pass is going to be out of bounds. Intended for Gabriel Bivens. Incomplete.
Yeah.
3rd down.
That was just one of those throws where CJ wanted to get rid of it. He gave his receiver a shot, a chance at it, but that was a good call by CJ. You either put the ball on the target or you throw it where nobody can get to it, line up, do it again.
4 receivers now. Falcons need to get all the way inside the 15 down to the 12 for a first down. Changing of the play call here. They got 8 seconds on the play clock.
They better get it in.
So going to work. CJ looks over the defense. Ball snap. He drops back in the pocket. Pressure. Moves to the right a little bit. Fires across the middle. And going down to make the catch. And he did it.
Yep.
Dominique Martin with a great catch. First down Falcons. 1st and goal Falcons.
Now that was a good piece of quarterbacking right there. CJ stepped back, looked downfield, slid over. That's typically a technique that you see from quarterbacks who receive a lot of QB training. Slid left, slid right, stepped up into the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, delivered the throw.
So 1st and goal now from the 4, and we've got, looks like a power I formation.
Double tight.
Ball snapped, and this time Cameron Carter gets it.
Gave it to Cameron. Cameron really didn't hit that hole that hard. He just kind of ran up there, feeling his way. There wasn't a whole lot there.
And you're going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Going to mark him down with a loss of 2, second down and goal from the 6.
Yeah. Seems like Jones' defensive front kind of had a pinch. Pinch is where all the defensive linemen slant towards the interior.
So the Falcons now, 12 seconds on the play clock. 6:55 to go before the end of the first half. Ball is snapped. This time Anthony Keys dancing. He's still on his feet, and he's going to get turned around back at the original line of scrimmage back to the 4, so he got the 2 yards back.
Hey,
Anthony Keys.
Jones's defense is starting to kind of dig in. You know, they're coming off the ball. They're staying low. They're refusing to get rolled off the line of scrimmage.
Well, to me, the Falcons are setting it up for a play action because now that the ball's inside of it, now you either have a running back run or they're going to change up the grouping.
Oh, okay, gunslinger. Let's see what you got. You rolling the dice? You think that's what they're going to run next?
Well, they're going to definitely pass it here.
Yeah,
because they changed formation and personnel.
Yep.
So single back formation, 3 receivers, twins to the left.
Get some of those guys out of the box.
Ball is snapped, and now Anthony Keys gets it, and this time Jones says no.
Yep,
that door opened, and Jones took it away.
Yeah, they
lost of 1 back to the 5.
They actually had a weak side blitz dialed up, and Keys ran right into it.
4th and goal from the 5 now. Let's see. So they're going to bring out Denver Young to go ahead and put 3 on the board. And this is almost, Gary, I have to say this. You get excited about great football play. You get excited about, game winning and winning football. But you also get excited when the Falcons happen to run a kicker out there that has the ability to put it through the uprights.
Because we don't see it very often.
So Denver Young's going to kick it.
Oh, good snap.
And it goes up.
And it went wow, great job.
And a flag comes in after the play. So Denver Young gets hit after the fact.
That's
but the kick is good. And the Falcons will probably enforce it following the on the kickoff. So nonetheless, what a great job by Denver Young. Kicks the field goal, and it was made. So nice job by him, and the Falcons are up 27-0. And Coach Franklin is out discussing it. Personal foul against Jones, and it will be enforced on the kickoff. So we'll stay right here. So a drive that looked like it might have stalled on 2 or 3 occasions, Gary, the Falcons are able to score, and the Falcons are going to score on this one 12 plays, 82 yards, and a field goal for that one. That scoring recap is brought to you by Super Prep, the premier sporting outlet featuring the very best in high school and college students in the city, state, and nation. Super Prep can be found on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and social media at Super Prep OK. I mean, that was an impressive drive for the Falcons. They, after scoring on the ball in plus territory on their first couple of drives, Gary, then they have done a 4-play, 96-yard dive.
Yeah.
Then a 12-play, 82-yard drive in back-to-back possessions. That is demoralizing against a team.
Yeah. And it would have been even more demoralizing if they would have scored 7 instead of taking the 3 on this drive, simply because I don't know how, but Jones is already demonstrating a little bit of frustration, right? They're getting testy. We're starting to see some chippiness out there. But honestly, if Millwood wouldn't have just come down there and gone double tight and power I and just could have kept it open, they probably would have scored again.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. So they're kicking off from the Jones 45-yard line.
In the end zone.
And into the end zone. What a great kick by Denver Young. And he's getting applauses from the coaching staff, because what kind of great weapon, would that be?
Yep. You now special teams becomes more of a factor when you have that kicking game. I don't know what our punting looks like because we haven't had to punt this game, but be able to kick someone deep, have a cover team that can get down there, keep people from getting to the 20-yard line, versus what we used to do, which is always the high onside. they get the ball in the 35, it makes a world of difference. You're forcing teams to go 80 or in some instances even 75 yards.
All right, the Falcons have to call a timeout because the defense was missing a player, and Coach Franklin doesn't like to use timeouts in that situation because it shows that the team was not ready for play in that situation. You've got to know one thing Coach Franklin and this coaching staff does, Gary, is they hold you accountable for those plays.
Yeah, they do, and it's just one of those personnel things where guys, especially when you're up on an opponent like Jones, you have a tendency to get a little happy. Guys lose focus a little bit, and they start wandering down the sideline, and then coach calls for a personnel grouping. They're not there. They're not cut in. So, again, that's what it looks like. Coach Henderson and the other staff, they're out there saying, hey, guys, stay focused, get cut in, because, again, you got to mentally prepare yourself, for games down the road and tougher opponents.
All right, back to live action now. 4 receivers, trips to the right side.
Yeah, they need to shift. They got trips left. They don't have enough guys to cover the trips to the left, to the right side.
Ball is snap, and Hansen sees it.
Wide open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to pull it down. Hansen going to fire it. And it's going to be intercepted. The ball is tipped. And it's going to fall in the hands this time of number 27. Mark Presley with the interception on that play.
I mean, that was a fingertip interception, too. He caught that thing, barely keeping it off the ground. And just like that, another turnover. Falcons get the ball with 5 minutes on the 31-yard line, going in.
So the ball's at the 32-yard line, and it is intercepted right there at the Jones 32-yard line.
Oh, wow, they got it marked at the 30.
Oh, so they're going to say, okay, and taken down to the 30, but it was definitely intercepted. And, of course, by that time, by Mark Presley on the play. So now going to work, 1st and 10 Falcons in plus territory. 4 receivers, trips to the right, ball near the left hash. CJ rolls to the right side, fires it outside.
He steps out.
And the pass is going to be caught. So Xavier Thompson getting in the scoring column right now. And
good route, good throw.
Are they going to say the pass is incomplete?
What? There was a flag down.
Okay, there's a flag down on the play.
No, that was a clean catch and throw, but I guess they're going to call the Falcons for holding. Yep, they are.
So take the penalty off, take the positive play off, and now a penalty against the Falcons here, and it's going to be holding. Didn't see the hanky on the ground, but it's going to move the ball back to the 45-yard line. So it will be from that spot. At the 40. Let me correct that, not the 45. So it will be first down and 20 now. 3 receivers now. Ball on near the left hash. Ball is snapped. CJ once again rolls right.
Blitz.
Feels the pressure. Eludes. Dances around.
Stiff
arms. And then falls down. If he got one more step, he might have been able to get out of that one.
Yep.
But he did get a nice gain on the play, taking the ball down to what will be the 36-yard line on a quarterback scramble, getting out of harm's way.
Athletically, CJ is a dual threat quarterback. He really has a really nice ability to run. He just doesn't do it. But let me tell you, if he ran more, I mean, that would really open up the Falcon offense.
4 receivers, trips to the right side. CJ calling for it, drops back in the pocket. Looking, pressure. He's going to have to get rid of it. He unloads and throws it, and the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, it was intended for Carter Ray.
So intended for Carter Ray, but pass incomplete. So 3rd down and 16 now. The Falcons have been literally perfect on every possession. They've put points on the board. This one here will be a very tall task to get over a 3rd down and 16. The Falcons really got to get inside the 20 or right at the 20-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, and it looks like Jones is bringing in a dime defense as well. 3-man rush, 2 linebackers and brought in another safety.
4 receivers now. CJ is going to fire it. And the catch is going to be made. Is it going to be close to a first down?
No, it's not going to make a first down. But
they're going to say about a yard shy.
Yep.
Carter Ray with the reception down to the 21-yard line.
That's just one of those situations where the receiver, because CJ had to come out of the pocket, the receiver had to work back to him.
At least he had the ability to do that. So 4th down and 1, and the Falcons are going to stay their foot on the gas
now
here.
They're going double tight. I would have stayed open and tried to run the ball.
So back to work again. Going to hand the ball to the up back, and it's going to be close. It's going to be close. They're saying he got it just inside the 20-yard line. It will be a first down for the Falcons here. As that time, Anthony Keys is going to have to come out of the game, but Anthony Keys gets the first down for the Falcons there.
First down and 10.
Taking it down to what will be just inside the 20. So at the 20, so it is a first down. Falcons come set. 3:40 to go, 14 seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers. Falcons working on the clock a little bit right now, too. Ball is snapped, and then going to work. Ball in the hands of Tyshawn Buford. Deshaun Buford, let me correct that. Deshaun Buford taking the ball inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. So 2nd down and 8 from the 18. Falcons. And again,
flag
coming across the line is looks like A.J. Rideau came across the line. And it looks like Coach Witt has had enough of that jumping, is going to pull some players out for making those penalties. Taking the ball inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. It will be closer to a first down for the Falcons, but not quite a first down for the Falcons. Moving the ball down inside the 20 down to nice snap way over the head. CJ has it, and he's going to have to try and get rid of it, but he was outside of the tackle box.
He was. They want a grounding call, but they're not going to get it.
So they're going to look this over.
Now, they probably could have easily gotten a lineman downfield, but
that very well could be the case here. Yeah. Is there a flag on the play?
It was definitely. And you know what's funny is that the lineman who's downfield, he needs to hustle back so that he looks innocent.
Yeah.
But instead, he's standing exactly where he was. So it makes it easy for the official. They call intentional grounding. Yep.
So intentional grounding is the call. So the ball had been inside the 15 down at the 13-yard line. And then we follow it up with an intentional grounding penalty against the Falcons. So this
is one of those situations, Mo, where you need a really good route concept that is going to break somebody open. And it might not necessarily be one that's going to get you the full, what is that they need now, 30?
Yeah, it looks like that, but that's loss of down, though, isn't it, too?
It's like a second down 28.
No, in high school it's not the same thing, so it's second down and 28.
Swing the ball out.
We're going to swing it over. Anthony Keys dancing in the middle of the field is going to take it back inside the 35 as he dances his way and will be marked at the 35 or 34-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play. So I'm a little confused. It's 3rd down and 24. Because this is only in the professional league is intentional grounding 4th down. You know, it's a loss of down.
Yeah.
Just like pass interference, as the Falcons will call for time here. And we will take time as well. 1:55 to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and, of course, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. Back to live action now. And so it is, Gary, 4th down.
And Millwood's going to go for it.
And Millwood's going to go for it. So it's 4th down and 24 to go. So the route concept is going to have to be really, really good here. So
Here
ball's
comes
at
the
the
blitz.
left hash. The Falcons have 15 seconds to snap the ball. But
I mean,
the
they
Falcons may pooch it, and they do
They
just that.
Ooh, nice pooch.
And it's going to drift and take a bounce.
And X is there to cover at the 6 or 7.
So nice job by the Falcons, giving Jones a little taste of their own, looking like a regular spread formation. And then, of course, we've seen CJ kick the ball. In fact, we won the ball with him punting the ball in a game a couple of years back as a freshman when he was the kicker against Scott City.
So a minute 47, 27-0.
So the ball will be at the 6-yard line, and that is where Jones will set up shop 1st and 10. Now, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Witt decides to do. His situation is he has one timeout. So let's see how aggressive they choose to be here, because they have turned the ball over 4 times. Turned the ball over, turnover on downs once. So that's something you just don't want to do. Ball is snapped, and they're going to run the ball, and a nice run on the play by Cale Clark, who's going to take the ball out to what will be the 15-yard line. So they're going to hurry to the line of scrimmage here.
And tackle on the play by Kenneth Childs.
Gain of 9 on the play. So 2nd down, and what will be about 2. The clock continues to run.
Yeah.
So they're going to spread out 4 receivers, trips to the right, ball is snapped. And now Jones is going to throw the ball, and we get a catch from the big tight end target. Riley Elfson is going to catch the ball and get the Jones Longhorns a 1st down at the 34-yard line, at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah. Rough, kind of a tough matchup by Zion Roberts. He has to be mindful that the tight end's going to try to push him.
So back to work again. Hanson's going to fire one deep outside, and the catch.
He didn't catch it. No catch.
Catch is made, but it's out of bounds.
He didn't even catch it.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Okay, the Jones fans said he did.
Yeah,
So
they want to give him credit. No, he didn't catch that ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Officially 42 seconds to go. Coming up, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation halftime report. Also sponsored by OCCC. Going to work. 4 receivers now. Ball is snapped. Hanson's going to step back in the pocket. Pressure. Rolls right. Has a little bit of daylight. The Falcons are closing. Takes the ball to midfield and is going to fall down right there, right before the 44-yard line. And a timeout's being called by Jones.
31 seconds remaining.
So a nice scramble by Hanson out to the 43-yard line. So a gain of 9 on the play. So 3rd down and what will be about 2 yards to go. Timeout's on the is on the field right now. So Gary, this is, the way Hanson fires the ball, he's got an arm.
Yeah.
And to me, if you had to do a jump ball situation with Elfson, the 6'7" tight end, he's got a height advantage on every player out there.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a tremendous opportunity for them to try and go ahead and take a shot. If nothing more, it's 3rd down and 2 or 3rd down and 1. Get the 1st down. But again, the clock will only stop briefly, and then it's going to wind up again. So your best chances to get it.
Typically, at an average of 6 seconds to play, they got 5 plays if they do things perfectly. If not, less than that. I can see them trying to complete some long balls, at least trying to get 15 to 18 yards.
Back to live action now. Hanson
There it is.
Steps up, going to fire over the middle, has a receiver wide open in the flats. And he's running around, going to be brought down.
And the longer he stays up and as long as he
then as he is, multiple flags come in after the play. And so the play is going to be blown dead with 21 seconds to go. And so we're going to see here what the call is. But that was a nice throw to Chance Pitts.
Yeah,
and it's going to be added to the end. The catch made it down to the Millwood 38-yard line. And it would have been a first down anyway, but then you tack on the personal foul penalty after the end of it. And now
21 seconds remain. Now they're in scoring position within the 20.
Moves the ball down to the 22. So 1st and 10 for Jones from that spot.
They're going to the tight end.
Going to throw to the outside, and that catch pass is incomplete. I'm sorry. So personal foul penalty puts Jones in striking distance. And for most people, they don't understand. Jones has already been here earlier tonight. The Falcons turned them away early on. Turnover on downs inside the 10 at about the 6-yard line. So it's 13 seconds on the clock, 18 seconds on the play clock. 4 receivers, trips to the right. Ball in shotgun formation. Snap. Hansen has it. Pressure from the outside. And he's going to get cut down.
Guess
what a
who?
play. What a play that time.
Quest Morris.
So Quest Morris with
There's another flag down.
So he was sacked as it stands at the 28-yard line. Waiting on the officials to give the official word here. So it was a sack. It's setting up what will be 3rd down and about 16 to go. But they're probably going to have some time put back on the clock because the clock is at zeros, of course. So waiting on clarification. So the official is personal foul against Millwood. Personal foul against Jones. Those penalties offset. So it is the end. Or is it an untimed down, or is that the last play? Or how much time is left? Am I just – it's 1 second left. That's why I couldn't see it from my vantage point. I apologize, folks.
No, high snap.
High snap. Hansen has it. He's going to fire it into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. And that ends the first half of this game with the Falcons up 27-0 against Jones. We'll take a timeout, and we will be right back for your Millwood Enrichment Foundation and OCCC halftime report. That's coming up next. And you're listening to Millwood Falcon football right here on Heart and Soul 92.1 and streaming live on PPBC TV.
subject in school is math. When Robert grows up, he wants to become a police officer.
Nala Wilson is the daughter. Nala Wilson is the daughter of Siddiqui and Miko Wilson. Nala's favorite subject in school is math. Nala plans to attend the University of Oklahoma. Nala, when she grows up, she wants to become a nurse. Let's give a warm welcome to our first grade Mila Prince and Princess.
Mark Presley Jr. is our Mr. Junior White Prince. Mark is the firstborn son of Mark Sr. and Shantae Presley. Mark is completing his second year of culinary classes at Metro Tech and is a multi-sport student athlete. Mark has been a member of cross-country, football, basketball, and track. Mark is a basketball state champion and looks forward to winning another state title this spring. After graduation, Mark plans to attend college. Mark encourages everyone to keep God first, find your why in life, and never let your mistakes define who you are.
Cadence Sutton is our athletic trainer princess. Cadence is the daughter of Tori and Candace Bree. She is a member of the National Honor Society and was listed on the Superintendent's Honor Roll. Cadence is also a part of Millwood's track team. Last season, she won gold in the 4x1 relay race. Upon graduation, she would like to pursue a career in sports medicine. Cadence looks up to her mom, Candace, for the way that she genuinely cares and shows up for loved ones in her life. In her free time, Cadence enjoys playing with her little brother, Carter, and hanging out with her family. Everyone, give it up for Mark Presley and Cadence Sutton.
Kenneth Childs is our Millwood football prince. Kenneth is the son of Kenneth Childs Sr. and Tiffany Jones. Kenneth is lettered in varsity football, baseball, and track. Kenneth wants to attend Texas A&M or Oklahoma State to study business and agriculture. Kenneth looks up to his father because he always finds a way to make something out of nothing.
Alex Wilson is our volleyball princess. Alex is the daughter of Kimberly Wilson and Montrell Jenkins. Since being at Millwood High School, she has lettered in volleyball and cheer. Alex is currently a part of the Millwood Marching Band and currently serves as the high school volleyball captain. After high school, she wants to attend an HBCU for nursing and volleyball. Her favorite Bible quote is, "She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her." Proverbs 3:15. Everyone, give it up for Kenneth Childs and Alex Wilson.
Up next is Xavier Benford, our band prince. Xavier is the son of Ronald and Akita Benford. In his free time, he likes to ride horses. Xavier has been part of the band for 7 years. Xavier is also a part of the National Technical Honor Society. Xavier attends Metro Tech, where he is a part of the firefighter program. After high school, Xavier plans to apply for the Oklahoma City Fire Department, where he will carry on his uncle's legacy as a career firefighter.
Nima Bell is our band princess. Nima is the daughter of Deborah and Walter Bell. Nima is a member of the Millwood Marching Band, where she serves as the saxophonist section leader. Nima is a member of the National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, Technology Student Association, and is the senior class president. Nima currently maintains a 4.2 GPA. Beyond high school, she hopes to attend an HBCU and pursue a career as an occupational therapist. Nima's main goals in life are to be happy and make her family proud. Everyone, Xavier Benford and Nima Bell.
Tyshawn Buford is our Falcon Scholar Prince. Tyshawn Buford Jr. is the son of Tyshawn Buford Sr. and Deanna McNeil. Throughout his high school years, Tyshawn has proven to be a versatile athlete, lettering in football, baseball, and track. Tyshawn's passion for sports has shaped his future's aspirations as he aims to study kinesiology at Oklahoma State University or the University of Kansas. Tyshawn's ultimate goals in life are to become a personal trainer and a football coach, where he can share his love for sports and help others achieve their athletic potential.
Rachel Coleman is our Falcon Scholar Princess. Rachel is the daughter of Stanley and Shavanya Coleman. Rachel has played volleyball and soccer for over 4 years. She currently serves as the co-captain of the Millwood varsity volleyball team. Rachel is a member of National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, Multicultural Club, OU Upward Bound, Technology Student Association, and Millwood Senior Class Office as Vice President. And her AP teacher wants everyone to know that she is an AP scholar. Rachel currently maintains a 4.3 GPA. Currently, Rachel has her eyes set on attending the University of Pennsylvania, where she wants to obtain a degree in computer programming and marketing. She aspires to become a marketing intelligence specialist. Everyone give it up for Tyshawn Buford and Rachel Coleman.
Up next, we have our football prince, Cameron the Bull Carter. Cameron is the son of Lamar Carter and Victoria Jones. Cameron is lettered in varsity football and baseball. Cameron was a big factor in leading his team to being 2-time state runner-ups in football. He wants to finish his season with a ring. Cameron plans to attend a D1 college as a student athlete for football and graphic design. Cameron looks up to his dad for continuously pushing him and making him strive for greatness. Cameron also gives all credit to his mother, whom he does it all for. His motto that he lives by is never let someone tell you that you can't.
Lisa Ray Aaron is our cheer princess. Lisa Ray is the daughter of Lisa and Johnny Ray Aaron. Lisa Ray has lettered in varsity cheer for 4 years and currently serves as the varsity head captain. Lisa Ray is the senior class historian and also served as the past junior historian. For the past 2 years, Lisa Ray has attended Metro Tech for cosmetology and will be receiving her license in cosmetology by the end of next May. In her free time, she loves doing hair and making others feel beautiful. Lisa Ray wants to attend Oklahoma University to major in business management in hopes of one day becoming a business owner. Lisa Ray wants to thank her mother, Lisa, and her big sister, Johnetta, for making her who she is today. Her motto that she lives by is, "You are the main character of your life, so act like it." Everyone give it up for Cameron Carter and Lisa Ray Aaron.
I never get her last name.
I'm so comfortable.
Up next, we got D1 Carter Ray Thompson as our freshman prince. Carter Ray is the son of Ronald Ray and Sharmanique Bradford. Carter is a member of the Millwood varsity football team. Carter also runs track and plays basketball. Carter has attended Millwood since kindergarten. Carter maintains a 3.5 GPA so that he can get into his dream college, LSU, to play football. In college, Carter would like to major in business. Carter looks up to his big brother, Demarion, because he once was a high school football player, is now is a D1 football player. Demarion always pushes Carter to be the best he can be. Carter's motto that he lives by is always be great, because good ain't good enough.
Leah Thompson is our freshman princess. Leah Thompson is the daughter of Victor and Tomika Thompson. Leah currently runs track and can't wait to compete in state this year. She is working towards becoming a member of the National Honor Society. Leah is also keeping up with her grades in order to take AP courses as a sophomore for more credits. She plans to attend Howard University in Washington, D.C. for nursing. Leah's goals are to graduate at the top of her class. Everyone give it up for Carter Ray and Leah Thompson.
Up next, we have Anthony Keys as our sophomore prince. Anthony is the son of Letica Mass and Christopher O'Shea. Keys loves making clothes, and he currently has his own brand called Huncho Clothing. He plans on going to college for graphic designing. Anthony currently is the starting running back for Millwood High School football. Keys actively holds a 3.2 GPA and has plans to be one of the youngest successful brand owners in OKC by next year.
Sienna Howe is our sophomore princess. She is the daughter of Jennifer Howe and Tyrone Johnson. Sienna lettered in varsity cheer and is the head captain of the JV cheer squad. She is looking forward to becoming co-captain for varsity next year. Sienna currently holds a 3.5 GPA. She has hopes of graduating in the top 10% of her class. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with her family, doing arts and crafts, and learning new cheers. Everyone give it up for Anthony Keys and Sienna Howe.
Up next, we have Denver Young as our junior prince. Denver is the son of Dwayne and Anisha Young. Denver has attended Millwood since his 8th grade year and has loved it ever since. Denver has a 4.0 GPA and plans to keep competing for valedictorian. Denver plans to be the best Falcon to come out of Millwood in his family. After high school, Denver plans to attend college and major in engineering. He wants to be a civil or mechanical engineer. Denver is currently on the superintendent's honor roll and plans to stay on it for the rest of his high school career.
Milan Dixon is our junior princess. Milan Dixon is the daughter of April Portis. She is a member of the National Honor Society and is the tail of the Millwood Sapphire dance team. Milan's goal after high school is to go to college, preferably Alabama State, to become a stinghead dancer. Her biggest role model is her mom, because she is always showing her that no matter how dark times could be, you have to push through to get to the light. Everyone, Denver Young and Milan Dixon.
Up next, we got Mr. D1 himself, Xavier Thompson, as our senior prince. Xavier is the son of Victor and Tamika Thompson. Xavier has lettered in varsity football and has been one of the few who have started all 4 years on varsity. Xavier is also a member of the track and field team and recently won state in the 400-meter dash. Xavier currently plans to attend Arizona State University in the fall to play football and pursue a degree as an obstetrician. Xavier's motto is somebody is always watching. The person Xavier looks up to the most is his mom, because she has always believed in him and always brought the best out of him and made a way out of nowhere.
Tremia Stell is our senior princess. Tremia is the daughter of Tremel and Christy Allen. She has trained varsity football for 5 years and varsity basketball for 4 years. In Tremia's free time, she likes to go to rodeos. Tremia is a member of the National Honor Society. She plans to attend the University of Oklahoma to major in nursing. Tremia is currently on the principal's honor roll. The people Tremia looks up to the most are her parents, who demonstrate how to make a way out of no way. Everyone give it up for Xavier Thompson and Tremia Stale. I forget his last name. I told him, oh gosh.
By tradition, the past year's homecoming king will crown the current homecoming king. Our 2023 homecoming king was Dominic Leitch. Dominic is currently enrolled at UCO. Our 2023 homecoming queen was Kira P, who is currently enrolled at the Langston University and will pass her crown to the 2024 homecoming queen. Let's give a hand to our 2023 homecoming king and queen.
Shot, wait a minute. Or shot, okay. Will the following prince please come forward? Xavier Thompson. Ty Sean Buford. And Xavier Benford. Will the following princess please step forward? Tremia Stell. Cadence Sutton. Rachel Coleman, and Nima Bell.
And now, for the moment you all been waiting for, can I get a drum roll, please? Can I get a drum roll, please? I said, please. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Okay, there we go.
And our 2024 homecoming king is Xavier Thompson. And our 2024 homecoming queen is Kaden Sutton. Let's give another round of applause as our king and queen as they take their place on the throne. I got one more announcement after that.
Okay.
And that is, you just heard it live, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation doing an awesome job raising, and you just laid witness for those who are watching online on PPBC TV to the coronation of the new 2024 homecoming king and queen. So a tremendous job, and I know what a tremendous thing for Xavier Thompson, the senior. Now, I mean, I remember, Coach, when you first said that's a diaper dandy. He's not a diaper dandy now.
No, he's a senior, man, and he's played his way into some scholarship offers, and it said in his introduction that he plans to attend Arizona State. I know that he received an offer early from them, so I hope that works out for the young man, and it's good to see them go from being kids that you're wondering, how are they even playing, to now a leader on the field.
Leader on the field, right.
And
leaving no doubt about that.
Leaving no doubt.
So we're going to let the Millwood Falcon Marching Band take the field. We're going to continue our timeout. We'll come back in just a moment with some stats and some more analysis of this game. Homecoming night here at the Wood. Falcons up 27-0. We will be right back.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Oklahoma City, we're live right now during the Millwood Falcons broadcast. And with today we have Mr. Milo Wilson. Mr. Wilson, how are you doing?
I am great. And yourself, sir?
Give us that great title of yours representing Millwood in what capacity?
I am the Millwood Enrichment Foundation president. Also the Millwood Oklahoma City School Board vice president.
Wonderful. Well, right now I know you represent the Enrichment Foundation, raising money. The goal is $25,000. Tell me, what is that $25,000 going to go towards?
I'm going to make you a promise. Each dollar that we raise will go towards our scholarships, towards our students, as well as our teacher needs.
Well, if they would like to make a donation of any kind, where should they go right now?
Right now, Cash App Millwood Enrich OKC. That is Millwood Enrich OKC, MILLWOOD ENRICH OKC.
Wonderful, and we look forward to seeing everyone reach that $25,000 goal. And you have a great day.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Millwood Enrichment Halftime Report. The Millwood Enrichment Foundation is trying to exceed last year's goal, Gary, when they went for $25,000. I heard they're going for $35,000 this year, trying to bring more dollars in that will help support teachers and students that may be at a deficit, that need an opportunity to get a boost so they can enhance their educational experience here in Millwood.
Yeah, very well said. Very good group, Millwood Enrichment Foundation. The actual board is, again, people who are dedicated to Millwood, the institution, as well as its students and staff. And again, a lot of great work. If you can support the Millwood Enrichment Foundation by simply making a donation, or if you're listening to this broadcast and you want to be a part, just come on up to the school and walk right into the office there. There will be someone there to help you and direct you and get you in contact with one of the board members. The actual board is being led by Milo Wilson, who is also the Millwood School District Board of Education Vice President. So come on out and be a part. We encourage it. We're all family here. Get involved.
If you got your phone there and you got a Cash App, you can do this. $Millwood Enrich OKC. That's $Millwood Enrich ENRICH OKC. Just do that and you can be a part of that. Also, Halftime is sponsored by OCCC. So a lot of folks are still trying to get those Peebo Bryson tickets. That show is tomorrow night out on the campus of OCCC. If you can contact their box office to get their tickets to see the legendary one and only Peebo Bryson. I'm going to shout out my father who drove us to many vacation sites playing Take No Prisoners. So
great memories.
So I mean, Peebo. Everybody says, well, he was in the Lufa, not Luther, Lufa.
Okay.
Luther Vandross era, the Balleteers, the originals in that era. So he's from that ilk, and he is of course, a Grammy award-winning artist. And if you want a chance to see him, you can do that. You can do that, of course, tomorrow night. Get those tickets for that. Taking a look at the halftime statistics, Gary.
Yes, sir.
So for this total offense, Jones has 166 yards of total offense. The Millwood has 254 yards of total offense, 136 on the ground and 118 in the air. For 254, Jones is 60 yards rushing and 106 on that. Now, some of the more telling statistics you were asking about, like penalties, Jones 3 penalties for 19 yards, Millwood 6 penalties for 75 yards, although you can question some of those calls on many sides. Jones has 3 first half turnovers in the game overall. Millwood has none, and that's definitely been a plus factor for the Falcons on that side of the ball. The Falcons, in terms of overall performance right now, Anthony Keys leads the way for them rushing the ball with 83 yards rushing and a touchdown. CJ has been sharp, 8 of 11 for 118 yards and a touchdown. Very efficient. Then you've got Dominique Martin with 2 catches for 47 yards. Carter Ray, 2 for 24. Gabriel Bivens, 1 catch for 23 yards and a touchdown. And Donovan Knight, 2 catches for 20 yards. And Anthony Keys out of the backfield, 1 for 4. That kind of breaks down the numbers, and the numbers tell us a big tells us why the score is 27-0.
Yeah.
Although you can sit there and try to say, well, 166 yards of total offense by Jones isn't bad. You're right. But for all that 166 yards, there are no points on the board.
Right.
They've had 1 turnover on downs, which doesn't count as a turnover, but the way we said when we saw, 2 fumbles, 1 interception, and a turnover on down, to me, that I do the math, 1, 2, 3 carry, that's 4.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, that's if you, like I said, I have turnovers +3 for Millwood. And then, of course, turnover on downs, you add that to it, especially in a situation where you're trying to go in. It's a backbreaker. But then also, too, I'm looking at this, 166 to 254 in the day of RPO. I like the Millwood number with 254. That means that if they maintain this, they're well on their way to having 500 yards total offense, which
right.
Nobody's going to argue with that. And then here's the other stat. Millwood has not gone down on a drive and walked away with nothing.
Exactly. No empty possessions.
No empty possessions.
So no empty
All of
possessions.
them. Yeah.
Now, I know we've got about 2 minutes to go before the second half begins, but I want to talk about your keys to the game.
Yep.
You said in the trenches.
Yep.
There were times and flashes that Jones showed some work in the trenches on the offensive side and the defensive side.
Right before the half.
But in both cases, they weren't able to get nothing on that. Then you said turnovers. Millwood is winning on the plus side of the turnovers. Big defensive plays. I don't know any other big defensive play than a turnover on down and 3 turnovers.
Interception, yep.
So,
Interceptions, fumbles. I mean, that's just big-time defensive stands.
They're checking the box on all these.
And then the last big defensive play, again, I'll call this the backbreaker. They're down there, and they can punch it in. Millwood keeps them out of the end zone.
Keeps them out of the end zone.
That's a lot. That shows a lot of grit,
now,
by this Millwood team.
Now, here's a fact, okay? We did not see the return of this young man, Coda Harris, who is their lead back.
Yep.
He took a shot in the first quarter, has not been back. That has definitely had effect on the Jones offense. Asen Hansen, the quarterback for Jones, has really had a good first half, with the exception of the interception. Really wasn't his fault, but
it was a pop-up play.
It was a pop-up, right, as you said on that. But other than that, Jones has been efficient. Now, has Jones shown enough that they can put 27 on the board? At any time, I think this team is explosive. Their talent on the outside, the size of this receiving core, they can get back into this game. So it's going to be key in the second half to me. The number one thing is, in the mind, Coach Franklin had to go in there and tell him the score is 0-0.
Yeah.
Zeros on the board.
Yeah.
We need to win the second half of this game to win it. If the Falcons can come out with that type of intensity, they might be able to put Jones away early in this third quarter here.
Well, down towards the end of the first half, we did see, Jones put together a good defensive stand, keeping Millwood out of the end zone. Millwood had to kick a field goal. Well, let me repeat that. Millwood kicked a field goal. Yes, we did say that. That did happen. But then also, too, Jones also opened some things up a little bit and kind of started moving the ball and caught some breaks from penalties. But I think in the second half, I think you're going to see Jones do some things differently. I think they're going to have to do some things differently now that they've had some key personnel knocked out of the game. But you're going to see the quarterback take on more. You're going to see them probably throw the ball around a little bit more, take some shots downfield, maybe try to get some 50-50 balls, kind of thrown up, and then try to play the clock to their advantage. I think if they go in thinking that they're going to run the football a lot, this is going to be a short second half. If they throw the ball more, then they can control the clock and buy themselves some time and try to work their way back into this game.
Now, the interesting thing about all this is Millwood will get the ball first to start the second half of this game.
Yeah.
And so, to me, that is a key factor on this, too, because, again, Millwood could set the tone. If they come out, set the tone, Gary, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say the chin on Jones is at all not capable of coming back. I absolutely believe Kevin Witt's team is more than capable of coming back. My situation here is, as they say, you can take the starch out the collar a little bit with a long drive or a touchdown drive to start this off to make their comeback attempt or efforts a little bit more in vain.
But I am paying attention to, how Millwood's offense kind of started. I'm not going to say they stalled, but I think Jones kind of forced Millwood into doing some things differently. I know CJ was brilliant. 8 of 11, you can't argue with that for 118 yards. But I think Jones is going to continue to bring pressure, and they're going to see if they can't make them uncomfortable.
The kick is away, and then it's going to be downed. And again, fair catch signal,
still got hit.
But he still got hit, and no flag on the play. So Millwood will start off having the ball inside the 40 at about the 37, or about the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 from that spot. So that's where we got. So again, Millwood has a chance to set the tone early in the second half. Let's see what they do. 3 receivers, twins to the left, CJ in shotgun formation. All right, here we go. Ball is snapped. He drops back in the pocket. CJ sees a whole lot of real estate. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. He's at the 25, 20. He's at the 10.
Stays in.
5 into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Millwood.
Wow, that's the first play
of the second half.
And CJ Turnbull goes, which in beautiful fashion, by the way. How many yards? Like
basically, he goes in one play, 63 yards.
63 yards. Boom, shakalaka.
I mean, and okay.
No flags.
No flags on the play unless they said he didn't get in.
Wow. They said he stepped out?
Okay, so he stepped out.
They said he stepped out.
Said he stepped out at about the 10-yard line. So that's so I apologize for all that energy, and I was.
Well, we didn't see it.
Yeah, so I didn't see it. It's just the officials.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, going to work. Keys up the middle, nothing doing there. So CJ gets it down to the 10, and then now Keys with the carry takes it down to what will be the 7-yard line, it appears. Gain of 3 on the play for Anthony Keys. So, 2nd and goal from the 7. Falcons come set, 11:20 to go in the 3rd. Ball is snapped. CJ's going to roll right, going to throw it to the outside. Has a receiver open in the flat. And he dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
CJ continues to be sharp in the passing game. I mean, that was a half rollout right on the run. He had pressure in his face. Raised up, delivered a nice little out route to Xavier Thompson. He catches it.
And the homecoming king gets into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, you know, putting
nice job by the homecoming king getting to the end zone.
Yeah, putting exclamation points on it. And it looks like Millwood's going to try for the PAT.
Denver Young's lining up.
Nice snap.
And the kick is up and through the
it went
H.
through. Wow.
So it looked like it wasn't his best kick, but it still went through, and the Falcons extend the lead to 34-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. Homecoming night, and the celebrations continue as the Falcons go ahead and score on the opening possession of the second half on a 3-play, 63-yard drive for the touchdown, brought to you by Super Prep on that drive recap. Denver Young puts his foot in and is going to get at the 15-yard line on the return, trying to get to the outside, and a big hit. Great open field tackle in the middle of the field there by Kenneth Childs.
Yeah, good play by Kenneth Childs. He came through with a full head of steam. I like those cut tackles, too. I mean, smaller guys got to get their pad level down. He did an excellent job of getting in there and getting a good tackle.
Yeah, he tried to turn the corner around there and got back to the 21-yard line. But, again, Kenneth Childs with a tremendous tackle there on the play. So that's one of those, when we say it, Gary, and I know this is cheesy, but it's hot in here, so I get to say it. Ooh, child.
Ooh, child.
Going to work. 4 receivers now. Jones is going to throw it out to the outside, and the big tight end makes the reception. That is Riley Elfison.
Gain of 3.
Gain of 3 out to the 24-yard line.
I know another thing I think is just kind of surprising Jones a little bit is the overall team speed of Millwood.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a big difference in team speed that I'm seeing collectively.
And you might have an argument, but when we look at who Jones had played coming into this game, it's kind of still surprising. We'll get to that after this play. 4 receivers, ball was snapped, and right up the middle this time. Big hit. Did not like the way the player lowered his own head down. Cale Clark, that's how you get yourself injured.
Yeah.
The way he did that, but it's going to be 3rd down and short yardage are going to give him the first down. I'm going to put the ball, looks like it's going to be at the just shy of the 31. So
So
3rd down and 1.
Sneak.
So quarterback sneak, and I don't know if he got it, but it should be enough. And the line judge says it is. It's going to be a gain of 2 or a gain of 1 out to the 32-yard line. But he didn't get it by much.
No, and he paid for it too.
Yeah, that's that by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Mm-hmm. So Jones had played coming into that. They had played Luther where they won 51-6. Then they played at Kiefer, 33-0 was the win. Lost at Bethany and then beat Perry 29-0.
None of those teams have speed.
So going to work right now. So it's going to be the ball is going to be taken out to the 35-yard line.
I mean, some solid opponents, but none of them are fast.
Well, we know Bethany's a good executing team.
They're very
but that's the best team they've played on the schedule. Right? There's no question about that.
Which is their only loss too, right?
Which is their only loss. In that particular game, they lost 36-29. They were right in that game. So, again, this is not a bad Jones team at all. I just think, as you said, the environment, and I think they just weren't quite ready, and Millwood hit them with the haymaker, and they really just have had problems getting off the mat. Okay, Hansen going to run out of bounds wisely and takes the ball beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. It's going to be close to another first down, maybe a couple yards shy.
Yeah, he could have turned up. He just, I guess, again, not being aware of where the sticks were, right? Because he pretty much went out of bounds standing up untouched. He could have easily turned upfield for the first.
Well, again, he took a tough hit the last play sequence, Gary. So that might have influenced his decision.
I'm sure it influenced his decision.
Okay. Well, I was trying to leave some level of optimism to our listeners. But once again, you have decided to cut down that.
You know
take
what?
your lawnmower and just come through the lawn and cut it down.
Ooh,
trouble on the
and
stage.
fumble.
And then Hansen ends up picking it up and scrambles and will get a first down.
Man.
The ball was knocked loose from the hands of Cale Clark.
By Quest Morris.
Morris again. And then all of a sudden, on the other side of this, Asen Hansen was Johnny on the spot, found the ball, and then picked it up and ran for a first down, taking the ball out to the 45-yard line. Just smart decision, heady decision by Asen Hansen. What a great job.
I'll tell you, Mo, I mean, Quest Morris is out there chopping them down like a lumberjack, man. He's just coming through there just hammering people.
4 receivers.
Missed
tackle on the outside, and it's going to be close to another Jones first down, depending on the spot. They're going to take the ball into Millwood territory, inside the 45, down to the 43. So,
I mean, he's just out there tattooing people.
4 receivers again. Ball on the left hash. Asen Hansen has it. Gets the snap right up the middle, and this time the back is absorbed. Nothing doing there. Could not get the car out of the garage on that play. 2nd down and 10. So, again, you just don't want to play around with Quest.
No, you don't. You better hold on to that ball with both hands because he's going for it, trying to strip it.
4 receivers now. Ball on the left hash. 2nd down. The back comes out, becomes a receiver. They're going to swing it to the outside. Nice screen pass. And still on his receipt. And they're not going to catch him as he goes into the house. And it looks like it is going to be a Jones touchdown as he gets it to the house. And that is a reception. Nice play by Chase Pitts.
Yeah, got the ball on the outside to a simple little hitch route. And that's what happens out on the edge, right? If you miss a tackle, it can go the distance, and that's exactly what happens.
And in that particular play, the back comes out like he's going to swing out into the flats, but instead he becomes the lead blocker on a wide receiver screen play.
Yep.
And he did a great job taking it to the house for the touchdown.
Yep. So as a defender, you got to defeat the block. You got to, maintain leverage. Oh, did that go through? No good.
And the extra point attempt is no good.
Up, and then there's a flag down.
And then a flag comes down at the conclusion of the play. So as it stands right now, it's 34-6. So Jones answers on their first possession of the second half. But it looks like the officials are going to exercise the penalty.
Something went on with Quest Morris.
So it's a dead ball personal foul penalty against Millwood, and it will be enforced on the kickoff. So that would mean that Millwood will be kicking the ball, or they will be kicking the ball off from their own 20-yard line, I do believe, if I'm right on that. That would be the correct assertion, would it not?
Well, they're moving the ball up to the 45.
Okay. So they're going to move the ball to the Millwood 45-yard line on a personal foul penalty.
34-6.
Yes. So that will be the kickoff point.
Oh, onside kick.
Onside kick attempt and well covered. No, the ball's on the ground still.
Loose.
Jones is trying to say they got it, but the Falcons look like they have it. So onside kick attempt, and the Falcons are going to get the ball, as it will be spotted officially at the 36-yard line. So that is where the Falcons will set up shop, 1st and 10. Gary?
Yep.
So if you were just scoring in the second half of this game, it would be 7-6.
Right. But I had a hunch, too, that Jones would try it onside.
34-6 is the actual game score. Falcons come out with 3 receivers, twins to the right.
Jet sweep.
Jet sweep to the outside, and nice job by the Jones defense, led by Drew Thomas. Brings him down for what will be maybe a loss of 1 back to the 35-yard line. They attempted the jet sweep there with Dominic Martin. He's going to lose a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11 now for the Falcons. They come set with 3 receivers. Check that, 4 receivers. Ball on the right hash. Anthony Keys in the hip pocket right to C.J. Turnbull. C.J. claps for it, drops back in the pocket, pressure up the middle, rolls to the outside. Plenty of time, but he still has time, decides to take off. And there's a flag on the play, so
they're going to call pass interference.
But the play wasn't blown dead. How did the action stop? That's what I was concerned about.
Ball went dead out of bounds.
Did he throw it?
Yeah, he threw it.
Okay, I just didn't see it from the reflection I'm looking at. Okay. And it looks like Xavier has got a cramp.
Yep, looked like he's grabbing a hamstring. Those hurt.
So the penalty is going to be pass interference against the defense that will move the ball across midfield to the 49-yard line of Jones. So a timeout, an injury timeout has been called. So we have this time. I want to thank all our sponsors. Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, Super Prep, OCCC, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Hospitals, SSM Health at St. Anthony's, are proud sponsors of Millwood Public Schools. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist at SSM Health Hospitals has a great team to get a player back in the game from injury. So Xavier was able to walk off under his own power.
Yeah, need to give him a little pickle juice.
And so now back to live action now. We've got 3 receivers, twins to the left. CJ in shotgun, ball is snapped. He's going to put it in the belly of Anthony Keys. Keys dances for a short gain there, maybe a gain of 1. Down to original line of scrimmage was the 49, but they're going to say the original line of scrimmage was midfield. So a gain of 1 on the play by Keys. So a 2nd down and 9. 3 receivers, twins to the right. 2 backs in the backfield for CJ. Donovan Knight goes in motion. Going to throw it. Nice pass. Great accuracy. Brought down by 3 Jones defenders on the play. Looks like catch was made that time by number 12 again. That would be Martin with another reception.
I like the accuracy that CJ is demonstrating tonight, and also too, he's not keying in just on one receiver. He's kind of spreading that ball around, hitting backs out the backfield, hitting players in the slot, as well as taking the occasional shot downfield. A lot better control in the passing game.
Yes, I would agree with you on that. So now, 3rd down and about 2. Ball snapped. Going to throw it, and Xavier's back in the game.
Missed tackle.
They missed him. Is it the 25? Is it the 10? 5. Touchdown. No flags on the play. As another accurate throw, just like Jones with the missed tackle led to their touchdown. Millwood answers with the same situation.
Yep. The defender was in good position. It's just that when he went to tackle Xavier, he tried to go high. Instead of putting his shoulders, he kind of grabbed high, and Xavier just kind of ducked under him and broke the tackle and took off running. Once Xavier gets out there, he's a trackster. You're not going to catch him.
Yeah, as soon as he got the pickle juice, he was going to be fine. 4:57 to go now.
Now he got to come out here and get on the and hold the snap
for the extra point attempt by Denver Young.
He kind of forgot about that. Oh, mishandled. Ball came out slow, yeah.
So the extra point attempt is no good.
Yeah, the snap was a little mishandled. X couldn't get it down for Denver, and so there you have it. 40-6, 4:57 remaining in the 3rd.
We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. Jones scores, but Millwood has scored 2 more times in the second half than they have. Jones scored 1. Millwood right back and answers right back at him. On the scoring drive, 4 plays, 64 yards led to that touchdown there. And Millwood, again, has had no empty trips this game, Gary.
Right. That's very well. They had the one where CJ had to punt.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
And that was a field position play. Pinned Jones down like at the 5 or 6 yard line.
So now Denver Young set to kick this ball away. And he boots it again.
6 yard
inside the 10-yard line, caught at the 6. Run up the middle. Special teams from the Falcons finally corral him at the 41-yard line.
Best return of the night.
Best return of the night. Nice job there by Carlos Hardiman with a nice return out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he got out to the 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Jones from that spot. And Jones has been a different team in the second half of this game. And they've played very good football. They just have not been able to stop Millwood on offense. But offensively, Jones has started to show a little bit of life here.
Yeah, they've been able to do a little something, but then what's killing them is they give up defensively they'll have a setback, right? They'll give up a sack or just put themselves in a bad spot to where they just can't capitalize on their momentum.
3 receivers now, twins to the left, ball on the right hash.
Trap play inside.
Right in the middle of the field. And great job. The ball's, they're going to say is down. Call it down as the ball carrier, number 26, Jose Taylor, was on the carry. He's going to get a gain of, what are they going to say? Did he get anywhere? No, they're going to say he lost a yard on the play.
Yeah.
Nice job. The Falcons were a flock of Falcons down there on a nice swarm, Gary, on that.
And they're going for the football. I mean, they are playing to force turnovers. That is something that I'm seeing that's a little bit more intentional, which my hat goes off to Coach Alexander, defensive coordinator.
All right, 4 receivers, trips to the right. This time, Taylor goes in motion out of the backfield 4. This time, Ace and Hanson's going to try and get away with a nice tackle by the Falcon defense. But Hanson's going to run the ball, taking the ball out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 6. 3:42 to go in the 3rd.
And Millwood's changing things up. I mean, they have a 3-man front.
4 receivers, trips to the right side.
They're running basically a 3-3 stack with a multiple look on it.
Ball to snap. Hanson feels the pressure, comes out of the pocket, going to fire. Has a receiver open down the sideline. And Hardiman is going to step out of bounds. And a miscommunication on the back end of the defense there. So, again, Hardiman got all the way behind the defense, and had he known field awareness where he was, that could have easily been a big play for a touchdown there by Jones. Instead, it will be a 1st down at the Millwood 22.
And it looked like there was a busted coverage on the back end. Coaches were not happy. Don't like seeing wide receivers run downfield wide open like that.
So going to work right now. Ball at the 22-yard line. Ball is snapped. Handoff. And then another short gain there by Taylor. So Taylor, everybody getting a chance to see what they have on the night. And as far as the score goes, it is 40-6 Millwood on top. So after the rush by Taylor, taking it inside the 20, placing the ball right there at about the 17-yard line. So 2nd down and about 5. Going to work. Hanson's going to throw to the outside. And the pass is broken up, incomplete into the end zone.
Good coverage by Zion Roberts.
So Zion Roberts with the pass breakup, setting up 3rd down and 5. Obviously for Jones, every time that you're in plus territory, this is a 4-down situation. So going to work. Officially 16 seconds on the play clock, 2:43 to go in the 3rd. 40-6 to go. 40-6 is the score on homecoming night. 3 receivers, check that, 4 receivers, trips to the left. Hanson drops back in the pocket. Pressure up the middle. He's going to run for his life. And he wants to throw it away. And he fires it down the field.
He finds
Hardiman inside the 10. And it's going to be a 1st down. But Hanson wanted to run it out. He wanted to throw it. The coach was like, it's going to be intentional grounding. So he just kept running, and then found a little bit of real estate right there toward the end and gets a 1st and goal situation for Jones now.
That is what you call an accurate or a well-coached scramble drill. Typically, when your quarterback comes out of the pocket like that, you get pressure. Whatever route the receiver is on, they are coached to break away and run levels in front of the quarterback.
Going to throw it to the outside, and a big-time hit on that wide receiver screen play. And it is going to be caught. Short gain on the play on the outside there. Looks like maybe down to the 5. So he's out of bounds. They're going to give him probably a gain of 2 from our vantage point. But it looks like that ball is right there at the 6. So no gain on the play when it was all said and done. So second down and goal. 3 receivers look for the corner route in the end zone against a big 6'7" tight end. Asen is going to take it down the middle of the field. It's going to be brought down inside the 5 right there at about the 2. So Hansen with the carry, gain of 3, maybe gain of 4.
Yeah, he dropped back, saw the slant, saw that it was covered, pulled the ball down, took off, tried to get some positive yards, third down.
So third down and goal from about the 2. 40-6 is the score. Jones trying to get back in this game, but every time they score, Millwood has something to answer on top of that in the second half. It is 40-6. Millwood having a great homecoming night here. 1:07 to go in the third.
Let's see if Millwood can keep him out.
3 receivers.
Up.
And Jones is going to call a timeout. So Jones going to call a time, and we will take one here as well. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, sponsored by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Good House on our Friday night. A little warmer than you would hope to have, but nonetheless.
A little history lesson for our listeners.
All right.
You talk about the Good House and L.W. Good Stadium, a little trivia. Just FYI, L.W. Good was Millwood's first superintendent. He actually led Millwood from being a middle school all the way into it being a high school, and the first athletic structure that was built was this pit, or football stadium that is affectionately known as the Pit.
All right, so the play was run while Gary was talking there, but needless to say, there is a flag on the play.
It looked like it's against Jones.
It's against Jones, and the play is personal foul face mask. You don't see that offensively, which means somebody was beat. When an offensive face mask comes into play, they're going to spot the ball back now at the 17-yard line.
It happens. You get caught sometimes. It happens.
So third down and goal from the 17 now for Jones. Ball in the middle of the field. 4 receivers, trips to the left side.
Matchup at the bottom.
And watch for the big tight end, and Asen doesn't even look his way. Again, a
holding.
flag, and so multiple flags are on the play, and Asen is going to get it. He's going to throw it out to the flats and going in for what will be an end zone for a touchdown, but there's a chance that this might come back. Personal foul. Okay, personal foul, face mask again against Jones.
Well, you know what they say, Mo. I mean,
what? If you get beat, grab the face mask?
No, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I'm not accusing Jones of cheating, but it's just a saying that, it's only a penalty if you get caught.
Right? Yeah, it kind of is, Gary.
It's only a penalty if you get caught. If you don't get caught, it ain't a penalty.
So that's going to move the ball back to the 32-yard line. So it's going to be third and goal from the 32.
I mean, it happens. You get a little handsy. I mean, you can call holding in the offensive interior every single down.
4 receivers, trips to the right side. Hansen's going to drop back in the pocket. This time, pressure again. He's going to fire it toward the end zone. And it's going to be intercepted. That time intercepted by number 10. That's Kenneth Childs.
Child, please.
So,
INT.
Interception in the end zone.
I mean, again, Millwood keeps Jones, on a goal line stance. They managed to put enough defensive plays together to keep him out.
So with officially 13 seconds to go in the third
Man,
quarter.
I tell you what, I'm going to make a 4.0 on my keys to the game, huh?
Yeah, you man, Gary, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, man, sometimes a blind dog finds a bone,
So
come back from being gone. Hadn't called it. Is this my first high school?
No, second high school game of this season.
Which was my first one?
Pine Bluff.
Oh, Pine Bluff, that's right.
All right, going to work this time. Bouncing to the outside goes Buford. Buford takes the carry all the way up to what will be the 27.
We got a player down.
And we have a player down out to the 27-yard line. So,
Xavier guy's a cramp. It's Xavier, yes, he is. Pickle juice, coach. He needs some pickle juice.
2 seconds on the clock, but Xavier having to get stretched. But it will be a stoppage in game action right now as he's getting checked out. But when the Falcons resume action, they'll be staring down a 2nd down and 3 from the 27-yard line. So,
it's just a little warm tonight. And also too because he was at halftime as being crowned
king. He probably didn't get all the fluids back in.
He didn't drink anything. They probably gave him a little cup of something. Said, "Here, drink this before you go back out there." It should have been pickle juice, but I'm sure it was probably a little Gatorade or something. And now he's cramping up because he didn't get that time off at halftime.
Right. And as when you're crown king, you don't really want to take any plays off. You got
to be the man.
Got to be the man.
You got to be the man.
So
this is a great night for a highlight, right?
Absolutely. And so as action will resume, it's 2nd down and 3, so the Falcons will have to run one more play. So they're going to go ahead and wind the clock. They're saying wind it, and there should be the final 2 seconds.
Fourth quarter.
Tick off the clock, and that will be the final. So fourth quarter, and the team is going to celebrate at the fourth quarter mark. Get all energy up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. As we're ready to start the fourth quarter, just giving you a stat update. In the third quarter alone, Jones put up 137 yards of total offense. In that same quarter, the third stanza, Millwood put up 118.
Ouch.
So back to work go the Falcons, staring down a 2nd down and what will be 3 yards to go here. And it looks like we're missing someone with 9 seconds on the clock or something's not set. So the Falcons look like they're going to go ahead and run a play here. 3 seconds on the clock. Ball is snapped. And right up the middle, close to another first down, is a gain of almost 3 out to the 29-yard line. Gain of 2, correction. Anthony Keys takes it. And that will give the Falcons staring down what will be 3rd down and 1. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods here on the call, Falcon Football. Tonight on your radio, also sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams, OCCC, Super Prep, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home. Quarterback sneak.
Did they give him some forward progress there?
It's going to be over the 30-yard line, so it looks like the line judge says it is a first down. but it looks like the one on the other side says it's not enough. So they're going to say officially not quite enough, but I don't know how it is if you make it to the 30. The 30-yard line is a first down, and unfortunately we don't have that yellow line that's so wonderful on TV that tells you if you got it or not.
Right. We're eyeballing it. So they're saying you're about 6 inches short.
Yeah, they're saying that he did
not.
not.
And how they can judge that 6 inches from, well, anyway.
4th down and short yardage here. We'll see what Coach Franklin wants to do. We're in the final stanza of tonight's game, officially 11-10 to go in the quarter. CJ going to snap it this time, and this time he falls ahead, leaving no doubt it will be a Falcon first down. As he turned the corner on that one, and they're going to mark the ball right at about the 33-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play by CJ, getting the Falcons a first down officially. Falcons want to take some time off the clock.
Yep, I was just thinking that. Maurice.
Scoring is not necessarily the necessity here.
It's the clock.
It's the clock. So going to work now. CJ has it.
Oh, pressure.
Pressure. CJ goes against the grain. He's still on his feet.
Oh, he's out.
Takes off at the 40-yard line. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. He's at midfield. He's at
blocker.
the 40. Got a blocker. He cuts inside at the 30. Gets to the outside at the 20. And then he's still on his feet. Going to be brought down inside the 15 or right at the 15-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 16-yard line. What a run by CJ.
He's over 100.
So nice job by CJ. That last play was a run of 51 yards. And to Gary's point on the night for CJ, he's now rushed the ball 8 times for 133 yards.
Yeah. Not bad, son. Not bad.
Under 10 minutes to go now.
He needs a little bit of a breather, though. He got his hands on his hips. So.
5 seconds. Ball is snapped. They're going to hand the ball off to Keys.
And Keys missed his cut.
And so they're going to say maybe back to the line of scrimmage or maybe a gain of 1. So Anthony Keys is going to take it down to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 9.
That was a great piece of running by CJ.
It really was.
He's winded. If he would have gotten some early blocks, he would have probably scored. It's just that sometimes, those blocks don't always happen, and I don't think the receivers thought that he was going to come out the pocket like that.
266 yards team rushing for the Falcons tonight. Going to work right now. CJ has it. Ball is snapped. He's going to swing it out to the outside to Anthony Keys. Keys takes it down to the 10-yard line before he's brought down. Gain of 5. So gain of 5 on the play. The Falcons can get a first down without scoring. They can get the ball right around the 5-yard line. They can do that. Officially on the game clock now, it's 8:40 to go.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and score. It's just too much time left on the clock.
So I expect the Falcons to start whittling the clock a little bit more. It's officially at 13 seconds and probably snap it right around under 3.
Mm-hmm. But also I do know, too, that Coach Black and Coach Franklin, they don't want to do anything to slow the momentum here. Well, we got a timeout call. Coach Franklin burned a timeout.
So Coach Franklin calls a timeout with the score 40-6, 8:16 to go left in the game. We'll be right back. It's Millwood football brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. We'll be back. Back at the good house, Maurice Prince, Gary Woods.
Yes, sir.
The Falcons come out staring down a third down on what will be 4 yards to go. Ball is inside the 10, looks to be at the 4-yard line. Ball is snapped. CJ rolls to the right side, fires.
Strike.
And
yep, pass was completed to Dominique Martin.
So Dominique Martin with the reception. What did he get down to there, Gary?
It looked like he might have gotten down to the 4-yard line. It's great piece of quarterback in there.
So no gain on the play overall. So 1st and goal to the 4. That's what they needed. Falcons can attack this clock and take another minute off in this possession. You just run, whatever the outcome is.
Yep.
And Cameron Carter is going to be cut down right there at about the 2-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. So 2nd and goal from the 2. Officially, when Millwood snaps this ball, it will be under 7. So the Millwood Falcons have done a good job of attacking the clock in this case, Gary. So it's been real good.
Yeah, it has been. And what I like is, they've maintained their focus of not falling off because you're ahead. Cameron Carter walks into the end zone.
So Cameron Carter is going to go ahead and take it in from 2 yards out. So touchdown, Cameron Carter.
That's what you want. That's what you want to see. You know, I'm really impressed with how the guys are staying focused and executing, even in the face of having such a big lead, 46-6 right now.
Pending the extra point attempt by Denver Young. Now, they need to get back to form, so Xavier Thompson's back out to hold the ball for the kick. So, snap, high snap, and the Falcons are going to go for 2 here. Xavier still rolling.
He didn't get in.
Did not get in, so the 2-point of conversion attempt is no good. Now, I don't know if that was just a high snap and Xavier decided to do something with it, or what that was actually a called play.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the 2-point conversion attempt does fail. So it will remain a 40-point game, 46-6, 6:45 to go. So, again, the Falcons with a dominating performance. So
I have to ask you, did you think it was going to go like this?
No.
What were your thoughts?
Well, when I talked to Coach Franklin, I said it's going to be, you remember, you heard our question in pregame. I asked if it was going to be only the smart team that rolls. And Coach Franklin undoubtedly thought it was going to be a different type of game, too, because his response to the question is the team that has, wins by
points.
by 1 point. That was his direct comment when I asked him the question. So looking at that, everybody thought we would see a different team. But when you fumble and turn the ball over on 2 of your first 4 possessions, and then you turn over on down on your 5th or 6th possession, you help the defense in such a different, you help your opposition in such a great way to allow them to establish their identity. And then you made a comment, Gary. You said it's tough to play in the pit. Well, it was homecoming, all the energy. You would have thought, the crowd didn't have to even be a factor in this game because Millwood took such a strong control in this game early.
Right.
And you, as a fan, you're like, hey, this is what a great homecoming game was supposed to be. I just didn't think it was going to be that way against Jones.
And let me tell you, this kicking game, just the ability to not have the high onside, right?
Right now the coverage team is going to have to get a little bit better because
but they're still doing pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm seeing it. I'm actually impressed with, how they've been able to actually, through the kicking game, flip the field a little bit.
Yeah, and that's another weapon that the Falcons will definitely take advantage of. So there's no question about that overall. So as it stands right now, we are officially 6.5 minutes left in the game. 4 receivers right now. 46-6 is the score. 9:37 on a Friday night. Ball is snapped. Going to work right up the middle of the field, and we're starting to see substitutions of players in the game. Nice run on the play that time by Trip Rogers, who's going to take the ball out to what will be the 34-yard line, gain of 5 on the play. Second down and 5 now. 4 receivers, trips to the left. Asen Hansen still on the field right now. Going to hand the ball off right up the middle of the field once again to Trip Rogers. Rogers is going to be brought down close to the first down. I think he's going to be stopped right there, or they're going to say it is a first down, so they're going to give them a first down at the 40-yard line. So first down for the Longhorns right at their own 40-yard line. They go right back to work. 4 receivers, trips to the left. Single back. 5.5 to go in the game. Just a reminder, the Big O's Pork and Dreams post-game show will be coming up immediately.
Yep, we got a holding.
A holding penalty, and Asen Hansen throws into the front row of the Longhorn bench over there. But that penalty is going to bring that ball back, as it is a holding penalty against.
I mean, it was a bad holding penalty.
And Asen Hansen knew it.
Yeah. Yaquab was actually being held. And he was really almost like he was steer wrestled to the ground.
So that should move the ball. So Coach Franklin was trying to decide whether he was going to accept the penalty or not. So he's going to back him up to the 30-yard line. So it'll be first down and 20 now. And the clock is officially running again. Hansen wants to throw it, has a lot of real estate, is going to flick the ball ahead, and too much for Riley Elfison, the big tight end. For all that, the size that he possesses, he's only caught 1 pass tonight.
Wow. Yeah, no, so, he's a big one. I mean, in fact, I'm really surprised about Jones's receiving core, period. I thought that they would be more productive given their size.
Well, I mean, for the tight end, he's been targeted less than 5 times, maybe 3 to 4, only caught 1.
Yeah.
And when you and for such an advantage that he has, that's just a wasted opportunity. And before things get started here, Millwood calls a timeout. Something didn't look right on the back end, and Millwood calls the timeout because Coach Franklin's a little dejected. Because, again, you got to stay locked in. Everybody's got to know their responsibility, right?
Yeah.
So with 5:17 to go, a timeout is on the field here. So taking a look at this. So, Gary, I'll just have to ask you, are you going to be with me for OCS next week?
Friday night?
Friday night, yes.
Yeah, there's a good chance I will be.
Okay.
I won't be with you on Saturday, but I'll be with you on Friday night.
All right. So I was just asking the coach, because we got that's
a barn burner. That's OCS.
It's a barn burner. And I just want you to make sure you bring your suntan lotion because we'll be outside.
No.
Yes. Yes, fully.
I'm going to need some pickle juice.
Back to live action now. 4 receivers, trips to the left. Inside slot receiver comes in motion across the formation, setting up twins to the right. Asen Hansen.
Hansen is pretty nifty, little old, and he makes really good decisions. I mean, he's not made perfect throws tonight, but when he comes out of the pocket, he's actually made throws while being tackled. I mean, he kind of strikes me as a baseball kid who's
he's
probably
good.
Played some shortstop or something. He flicks that ball real nice.
A gain of what will be 4 yards.
He just hadn't had much help tonight, but he's a gamer.
So, ball to the 43-yard line.
I mean, I bet you he's by far their leading rusher. He's accounting for most of the offense for Jones.
Yes, he is. High snap,
Oh,
and they're going to fake it and going to get a first down.
Wow, that was nifty.
Nice play. The up back looks like he was going to catch it and flip it back, but instead decided to pull it down and go for it. And Trip Rogers will get a first down at midfield. Going to step out of bounds right there at the 50-yard line. Nice, nifty play by Jones on that play, the Longhorns. So 1st and 10 from midfield, and officially the clock has yet to tick under 5 minutes yet.
I know, sitting here at 5:02 at 9:42 p.m.
Ball is snapped. This time Asen wants to pull it down, a little RPO action, and this time he probably will stay on his feet.
Look at
he
that.
Was able to elude a couple of tackles. He's got a convoy in front of him. He's at the 30-yard line, cuts back inside to the 25, and is going to be brought down. What a nice play by Asen Hansen. He's got a great field for it. He really fooled me. He took a couple of major shots.
Yeah, he did. Kept his feet.
But kept his feet and got to the outside. And it looks like we have an injured Falcon here. Lower abdomen injury, but nonetheless, I got to show some love to Asen Hansen.
Yeah.
I mean, this young man just keeps going and going and going.
No, he's not bad. I mean, he's not bad at all. You know, he kind of reminds me, what he reminds me of? He reminds me of that quarterback from UCO. Remember that little quarterback, how he just kept making plays?
Yeah, I mean.
The game that we saw, you know.
Of course. And when you start looking at games like that, you know, and looking like performance, Asen Hansen, no matter what the score was, continued to play well, continued to make positive decisions, Gary. He continued to fight. I mean, this is a guy you can build a team around him, and that's probably why Coach Witt continues to start him, because he never gives up. He continues to fight and tries to get every inch out of every play.
Yeah, he's accounting for all the offense.
So that's just the way that is. So now we get back to live action. The injured Falcon on the play was number 14. He was able to walk off under his own power. That was Zion Roberts. Up the middle this time goes Rogers. Rogers is going to take the ball inside the 25. Down to what will be the 23-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play, Gary.
Yeah, they are. I think they're also trying to manage. They realize that they can't recover. They want to make sure they get a score out of this. Try to figure if they would finish with something positive. Don't
Ball
want
and snap. Asen Hansen in the pocket, standing strong. Plenty of time to finally to take off. Sets him up the defense and runs up in the middle of the field and going to be brought down just inside the 10-yard line at about the 6. Asen Hansen leaving everything. Now all of his teammates are picking him up off the field. I mean, this young man, give him every drink he wants after the game. Gatorade, water, all that. He's going to need it. Give him he needs an ice bath.
He's definitely going to need an ice bath.
Down to the 6-yard line, as will I, after this is all said and done.
Yeah, I got to give the kid credit. I'm interested in seeing what his stat line looks like.
So 1st and goal from the 6. 10 seconds on the play clock, 3.5. They got to get to the line of scrimmage. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Ball snap. Hansen wants to throw it. Doesn't have anybody open.
He's going to run it.
He's going to try and run it. Throws it across the middle of the field and gets someone in the end zone for a Jones touchdown. Is Carlos Hardiman in the end zone for that touchdown. And that, again, is by Hansen. Very cool, calm, and collective in the pocket, Gary. He studies, and then hits.
Yep. He's looking around. He's like, hey, guys are covered up. Guys can't get open. Then he says, okay, I'll just go be a good athlete. He's a nifty runner, very elusive. You know, for his size, he's surprisingly difficult to bring down.
6 foot, 175 pounds.
Yeah.
And the extra point attempt is good by Colson Lindsay. He puts it through the upright. PAT is good, and now it's 46-13. 3:23 to go. Just a reminder, coming up right after the game, Gary and I will begin the wonderful process of the Big O's Pork and Dream post-game report. Then they got to get Gary ready so he can go home and get ready for the early kickoff tomorrow afternoon over there at W.E. Anderson Stadium.
That's right, on the campus of
Langston University, as the Lions will be going for the second win of the season. And they've got a tough opponent tomorrow, Nelson College, formerly known as SAGU.
Southwestern's Assembly of God?
Yep. They are now Nelson College now.
Nelson College.
So it still will be a lion-on-lion matchup tomorrow, but that pregame's at 3:30, kickoff at 4 p.m.
It'll be the Navy and orange versus purple, right?
Versus the Purple Lions, that's right. And that game tomorrow, you will also be able to listen on your radio, but you will also be able to watch it streaming live.
Oh, they get to see our gorgeous faces.
On PPBC TV.
Will we have a camera on the booth?
We always do at Langston.
Yeah.
So that means you have to wear something impressive, Gary.
Okay, I'll see what I have.
So going to work tomorrow, 3:23 to go in this contest, 25 seconds for them to go ahead and wind this and kick this ball off. Jones, and this one will shake some things up in Class 2A.
High onside.
High onside, and Xavier Thompson is going to field the ball inside the 40-yard line, right there at about the 38. Make that the 39. 1st and 10, Millwood from that spot.
C.J. Turnbull is continuing to come out on the field. I'm like, okay, where's the backup quarterback at with 3 minutes left? And I think Coach Basson just pulled him off. Yep, he's done.
So C.J. Turnbull's night is over. Rightfully so. Had a wonderful night. No need to get anyone hurt. So 1st and 10, Millwood from that spot. Going to work now. Ball is snapped. Nice. Well, a jet sweep attempt there.
Yeah, tackle for loss, actually.
By Martin. Looked like it was going to set up nicely, but nothing doing there. They're going to say he got back to the original line of scrimmage there. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes to go in this game here. Falcons really just need, well, with 2:55 to go, Gary, they'll need a couple of first downs, but that really is what all they need.
Yeah, but this is also a very important part of the game as well. Regardless of who's out there, you want to be able to close out a game.
So going to work, the new quarterback in for the Falcons is going to hand the ball off. Nice carry there by number 31, Marcellus Grant Johnson with the carry. As he takes the ball beyond the 40 to the 42. Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 7.
As the clock winds down to 2 minutes.
So the quarterback in for the Falcons right now, of course, is Denver Young, the talented extra point.
Man, so he kicks.
And he plays quarterback.
And
now he's going to run and tries to get the first down.
And he plays safety.
And he's going to take the ball out to what will be the 43-yard line. Make that the 43-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play.
So and that's another reason, I mean, for people who are thinking about playing high school ball or whatever, there are significant benefits for being at a place like Millwood, small program. You can play both ways. You can try your hand at multiple positions. You can play multiple sports. You don't have to specialize. If you're a student athlete that's thinking about, and that's at all small programs.
And Millwood calls the timeout with 1 second on the play clock, stopping it with 1:09 to go. Millwood takes its final timeout of the game. We're going to stay right here. I want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's game. Of course, this is SSM Health at St. Anthony, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, Super Prep, OCCC, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. So when we start looking at all the things that's going on, Jones, after the conclusion of this game, will fall on the season to 3-2 on the year. Their next game will be at home, as Crooked Oak will come to Jones Stadium next week.
Yeah.
I will send a memo over in my thoughts over to Crooked Oak right now. They best be ready because Jones will be ready to rebound next week.
Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of corrections in practice. Because, I mean,
it's not
sure.
A knock on Crooked Oak. I'm just saying.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, I mean, I'm looking at Jones. I'm looking at the score, and I know that, Jones just, they weren't. I'm not going to say they weren't prepared, but they were not prepared for Millwood to come out swinging like that.
So C.J. Turnbull punts the ball away, and it will be downed inside the 15-yard line. Another great special teams kick. It's going to be downed at the 14-yard line, so nice job by Millwood pinning it deep once again. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Jones. And believe it or not, that was only the second time that Millwood has been stopped tonight.
Wow. Yeah, now that's impressive. 57 seconds, the score, stats, penalty, comparison. It seems like Millwood was highly effective and won, all phases of the ball game tonight.
Right. So now we've got ball is snapped, and before things get started here, I don't know if the ball was ready for play or not. But Millwood didn't have the correct number of players on the field, that's for sure. So needless to say, 57 seconds to go. And we do have a different quarterback in the game now for Jones. And Jones is going to run the ball. No gain on the play. So 2nd down and 10. 39 seconds to go. Millwood makes a substitution. $15 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah.
Jones is just taking their time.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they control things on the way out.
Ball is
Draw
snapped.
play right up the middle.
Draw play right up the middle, finding a little gap to the outside and finally going to be cut down right there after a nice gain of about 25 yards up near to the 40-yard line, and that should be the final play of the game.
Yep.
As the ball is taken out to the 38-yard line, a gain of 24 on that play. And that will be the final play of this evening. Of the Falcons are victorious and win homecoming 2024 by the score of 46-13. Great job. We'll be right back with the Big O's Pork and Dreams post-game report, and that's coming up right after this. Hey, Gary, we are back here at the Big O's Pork and Dreams post-game report. If I told you that Jones put up 408 yards of total offense,
wow,
but yet only put up 13 points, what would you say?
I would tell you there's no way they should have gotten beaten that bad, 46-13. But I'm interested in hearing the details behind the stats, right? I mean, the passing versus the rushing, and I know the quarterback probably accounted for 80% of the rushing yards.
Yeah, so for Jones, you're talking about that since their main horse went down. the quarterback for Jones basically rushed for 162 yards.
Wow.
On the course of the game.
What did he throw for?
He threw for 215.
Not a bad night for the young man.
No, Asen Hansen was absolutely spectacular tonight. I would be interested to talk to Kevin Witt to ask him just how much of the game plan was surrounded by Coda Harris. Again, he went down in the first series or the second series, I do believe, for Jones. He fumbled the ball and got hit, and he never was able to return back. For the Falcons, looking at the yards tonight, C.J. Turnbull, 8 rushes for 133 yards. Anthony Keys, 12 rushes for 90 yards and a touchdown. Deshaun Buford, 5 carries for 37 yards. Marcellus Grant Johnson, 1 carry for 3 yards. Cameron Carter, 5 rushes, 2 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's the old Jerome Bettis.
Right.
Stat
the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Exactly. And then we start looking at CJ's numbers. Gary, 13 of 16 for 184 and 3.
Man.
13 for 16 for 184 and 3. What an impressive stat line.
Yeah.
Dominic Martin, 4 catches for 59 yards. Xavier Thompson, 2 catches for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns for the homecoming king.
Yes, sir.
Carter Ray, 2 catches for 24 yards, no touchdowns on the night. Gabriel Bivens, 1 catch, 23 yards and a touchdown. Donovan Knight, 2 catches for 20 yards. And Anthony Keys, 2 catches for 9 yards overall. When you look at that, Millwood now, of course, improves on the season to basically 4-1 on the year. So congratulations to Darwin Franklin and the Millwood Falcons on this night. They destroyed Jones. It's going to cause a ripple effect in Class 2A. Jones is going to want to seek validation next week. Millwood's going to have to take this same game plan and go straight up to Edmond to go see OCS next week.
Right.
And that, to me, is going to be a nice game up there. The game we did last year was a tough game at OCS a couple of years ago, so look for that to be the same thing in this particular case. But as we get out of here, that's going to be a tough game. So time for you to select the Big O's Pork and Dreams player of the game. Big O's Pork and Dreams is the best barbecue in Oklahoma City. If you haven't heard of the famous Fat Butt Spud, then you haven't lived life. Big O's Pork and Dreams has 2 locations to serve you, with a location in Edmond and Midwest City. Tell Big O's that Maurice and Gary sent you.
That's right.
Tell them.
Go get you a big nasty.
So, Gary, for the final run here, what is and who is your player of the game?
Man, anytime you have a quarterback who rushes for 133 yards and then he goes 13 of 16 for 184. What's the percentage on that? I didn't even do the math. Golly. Man.
Yeah, you're talking.
He completed 81% of his throws.
Yeah.
That is sick.
Yeah, so
that is sick. It was the C.J. Turnbull show. Period. Exclamation point.
And
dot.
That's it. C.J. Turnbull is today's player of the game. We're going to get out of here. I know Gary's going to head to his house. I'm going to head to my house. And the first thing we're doing, finding a shower. That's what we're going to do.
That's right. It was hot up in the box.
It was hot in the box. And then you get to see us tomorrow afternoon as we get ready for the Langston Lions to take on the Purple Lions tomorrow afternoon. Pregame at 3:30. Kickoff
Nelson University
at 4 o'clock as they take on Nelson University, inviting you to come in and check that game out. In the meantime, I want to thank our producers on site. I want to thank Dimitri Prince, and then I want to thank, of course, Morgan Lane on camera, and then in studio, DJ Stevie D.
Man,
we
D.
appreciate
Prince in the house. You know what? I'm getting old. I coach D. Prince baseball.
That's right. You did do that.
Oh, Coach Woods. I've been around, man.
Okay. Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I'm retired.
I'm going to thank all our sponsors for tonight. The Millwood and Richmond Foundation, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, Super Prep, and, of course, SSM Health at St. Anthony. Have a great night, Oklahoma, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Millwood Falcons victorious by the final score of 46-13. Good night.